What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
DMC Wear Parts is a proud South Dakota business providing high-quality wear parts for all makes and models of heavy equipment. We quote you direct from multiple manufacturers, cutting out the middleman and getting you better prices than the large dealers. We specialize in cutting edges for motor graders, loaders, snowplows, and more. We offer complete undercarriages for dozers, excavators, pavers, and skid steers, including rubber tracks. Click to visit dmcwearparts.com or call or text 605-840-8082.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities. Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436. Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierre, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union and Edgewood Healthcare. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Volleyball. Participant Agency State Farm Insurance. The Hughes County Sheriff's Department. The South Dakota Office of Primary Safety. Central Dakota Eye Care. Envirotech. The South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Comtech. Coca-Cola Bottling, Lynden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service.
Now, Pierre Governor Volleyball.
And thank you very much, and a very good Tuesday evening, everybody. A fun night of high school volleyball coming your way from Riggs High Gym, with the Pierre Governors are back home, coming off of a 3-game sweep at Brandon Valley on Saturday. And tonight, an old familiar opponent from District 3 AA, the Huron Tigers, two teams that have a lot of similarities, and that's going to be a big topic of conversation coming up, and what we expect to be a very competitive volleyball match here tonight. The number 5 and the number 6 power-rated teams in South Dakota right now, according to the High School Activities Association power rankings, and the first of 2 meetings, in fact, in the next 2 weeks that these two teams will have between each other. Tonight will be at the Huron Arena, in fact, 2 weeks from tonight. So we're looking forward to it, and we, again, wish you a very good evening. I'm Brian Oakland with play-by-play coming up. The Pierre High School pep band's got us ready to go on this one already. 2 fun matches for the Governors so far, a 2-game sweep in the JV match. featured a very big come-from-behind victory in the second set to clinch it. And then the sophomore match, the second set of that match was won 30-28 by Pierre as they got a two-game sweep in the best 2 out of 3 in that match as well. But it'll be a little tougher, perhaps, for the varsity to come up with a sweep here tonight. Both of these teams, again, knowing each other very well. And, it's going to be tough to expect 3 games just on this particular night. So we'll settle in. We've got what we expect to be a long night of volleyball coming up. With Heather Williams in studio running technical direction, Jared Lutmer is across the way, and he'll take care of the video for our friends at Live Ticket. And you'll be able to see this match as well as hear it on our website at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page. Also available through the Pierce School website at gogubs.live. We'll start with a 2-minute timeout. We'll get into the pregame show, which is brought to you by the Becky Potts of State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. We'll take a look around the state of South Dakota, the state of volleyball as it is. We'll look at the Class AA ranks, schedule from the weekend with scores, and also the schedule of events coming up. And, of course, as those power rankings on the way as we start up your pregame show. Coaches' conversations and keys to success and starting lineups and a whole lot more are also on the way in the Becky Potts of State Farm pregame show. That's back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
For over 100 years, State Farm Insurance has been there to help whenever you need them. The team at Potsdam State Farm is your Central South Dakota good neighbor. While technology may have changed, you can always expect top-notch customer service from Potsdam State Farm. They'll take care of all of your insurance and financial service needs, where good neighbor service is their continued priority. Potsdam State Farm Insurance, with offices in Pierre and Gregory.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office. No matter how good you are, a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. If you want to know more about the Hughes County Sheriff's Office and their 361 team, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office and the Pierre Govs, winning teams.
Welcome back to Rickside Gym as we get into the Becky Potts of State Farm pregame show. And before we go any further, we welcome you to also our Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. Thanks to the men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office for all they do, and all first responders as well for everything they do for our communities, but also to the Sheriff's Office for sponsoring us, a place to sit here. Brian Oakland on the Upper West Side of Rickside Gym with Jared Lutmer on camera on the Upper East Side of Rickside Gym, giving you the full court view on the video production here tonight. We are in the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. Quick look around South Dakota after the events of the weekend that included a straight set sweep for the Pierre Governors at Brandon Valley, 25-16, 27-25, 25-22, while O'Gorman also got a 5-set win over top-ranked Sioux Falls Christian in Class A. 15-10 in that 5th set. That would have been a great match to see there. Brookings was also in action, but they lost in 3 straight to Marshall, Minnesota. Huron, by the way, coming in to Pierre tonight off of a 3-set loss to Sioux Falls Lincoln last week in a match that closely resembled the Lincoln match with Pierre, which was a few weeks ago. So two teams that, like we say, a lot of similarities. They're even playing each other's opponents quite similarly so far this season. Meanwhile, as it is, Sioux Falls, Washington with a 9-1 mark leads the power rankings. O'Gorman at 11-3 is number 2. Harrisburg 12-2. The Governor's next opponent, which won't be for another week after tonight. They are the 3rd-rated team right now in the power rankings. Sioux Falls Lincoln at 10-4 is number 4. Then you've got Pierre and Huron. The Governors are 10-3. The Tigers are 12-5 so far on the season. Their numbers 5 and 6 respectively, followed by Sioux Falls Jefferson at 7-3. Rapid City Stevens now 14-6, the 8th power rated team in the state. Sioux Falls Roosevelt at 9, followed by Watertown and Aberdeen Central. Mitchell, Brookings, Douglas, Brandon Valley, and Yankton are the top 16. The 3 right now on the outside looking in of what would be the Sodak 16 are Spearfish, Sturgis, and Rapid City Central. If the Sodak 16 were to be played tonight, the Governors at number 5 would host number 12 Mitchell, and Huron, the number 6 team, would host Aberdeen Central. How do you like that? All the 3 AA teams from yesteryear would be matched up against each other for chances to go to a would-be state tournament. Here's the schedule tonight. Actually, there were a couple of matches last night. Sioux Falls Washington swept Mitchell in 3 straight. Yankton lost to Sioux Falls Christian in 3 straight as well. Tonight it is Huron here at Pierre to take on the Governors at Riggs High Gym. Brandon Valley goes to O'Gorman. Watertown plays at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and then Brookings is also in Sioux Falls at Jefferson High. Lincoln and Washington with a great match coming up in at Washington High in Sioux Falls tonight, and Harrisburg will host a highly powered A-level school in Western Christian out of Iowa. That Western Christian team actually beat O'Gorman the weekend before O'Gorman was here last week. So that's a pretty good opponent for the Harrisburg Tigers tonight. Coming up Thursday, Brandon Valley will go to Yankton. Sturgis plays at Spearfish. Douglas will host Belle-Fourche out west. And then after tonight for the Huron Tigers, they will go out to Rapid City with their traveling partners, the Mitchell Colonels. Huron will be at Rapid City Central on Friday. Mitchell at Stevens. They'll flip-flop on Saturday. The Tigers will be at Rapid City Stevens while Rapid City Central hosts Mitchell. Elsewhere, Sioux Falls Jefferson and Aberdeen Central are South Dakota teams that will go to a tournament in Fargo this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Also out west, Douglas will play a game at Sturgis, and O'Gorman will be at a Western Christian Iowa tournament in northwest Iowa there. Next week, the Governors with a matchup at Harrisburg a week from tonight on Tuesday, and they will host Yankton on Thursday night next week. Huron on Tuesday night as well will be at Sioux Falls Roosevelt and hosting Sioux Falls Jefferson on Thursday. So teams are getting busy as we get down to the home stretch here in the regular season. But still, 2 matches coming up for these 2 teams tonight, Pierre and Huron. The next one will be in a couple of weeks, but here we are ready to go for a matchup between the Governors and the Huron Tigers tonight at Riggs High Gym. 2-minute break, and the coaches' conversations are next. But let's remind you also on the way to break that the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team, and they tell us all to buckle up every trip, every time from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Conversations with Josh Lean of the Huron Tigers coming up, but first off, it'll be Tiffany Stoser of the Governor's Central Dakota Eye Care. Keys to Success will be next. This is Governor Volleyball.
You know that feeling? The feeling that things couldn't get any better? It's you at your best. Being your best means owning your health. It means not only meeting your goals, but crushing them, then setting new ones. Partner with an Avera primary care provider. We are right here to help you create health goals so you can feel your best and move forward to your healthiest self. Learn more at avera.org/checkup. Avera, moving health forward.
As a new season is upon us, the Service and Parts Department at Beck Motor Company want to remind you to get your vehicle serviced early to avoid any breakdowns and service-related frustrations. Get up to $100 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 tires, along with 4 oil changes, a $200 value. Take $15 off a light detail, $645 for a spray-in bed liner to protect your investment. See all our specials at beck-motors.com. Call us to schedule at 605-224-5912. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Hey DQ fans, we're so excited about October's Blizzard of the Month that we just had to tell you. Meet the new Snickers Brownie Blizzard Treat. Made with Snickers pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and caramel topping, blended into world-famous DQ soft serve. This might just be your new go-to order, and you don't even have to trick or treat to get it. Try it today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Back at Rigside Gym, Brian Oakland here, ready to go with play-by-play in a little while. It's time for the Keys to Success, which are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. And my playback wasn't working. We'll try this. That's still not working. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Yeah, technical difficulties on this end at Rigside Gym. Apologize for that. I guess we'll just have to give you a synopsis of what we talked about with both head coaches. Although, think about it, as we've mentioned coming up here in the pregame, or so far in the pregame, some similar conversations. But as for the Pierre Governors coming in off of a 3-set sweep at Brandon Valley, that coming off of a 3-set sweep at the hands of O'Gorman here on Thursday night. The Governors bounced back, and they bounced back well. They got Avery Kaiser going, especially. The offense was really running in tip-top shape. Tiffany Stoser talks about how good of a team Brandon Valley is, despite their 3-13 record, or 3-14 now. But Brandon Valley definitely provides a lot of teams some challenges. They do a lot of good things, but the Governors just played a little bit better. And really, I think what I mentioned with the coach is that Pierre took care of business against a team that record-wise they definitely should have beaten, and I think that's what the Govs have to do. Now, this one coming in tonight, you don't really know. You've got Pierre at 10-3. You've got Huron at 12-5. Tigers have played a little more volleyball this season. That could be an advantage to them, although they, coming here on the road, could be faced with a challenge themselves. Now, last year, these two teams met twice. Pierre went to Huron and got their first win in a good many matches against the Tigers. But then when they came back, when Huron came back later, a couple of weeks later to Rigside Gym, they were the ones who came away with the victory that particular night. So definitely Huron certainly knows how to play in this gym. And the one similarity between these teams is that from last year to this year, there's a lot of similarities. The Tigers only lost one true starter in Emily Dale, who is an outstanding, in fact, an all-state middle hitter. But they've got they've got all their hitters back, and they've even got their defensive specialists back. And Bryn Huber, the libero, Hampton Hines, the center. You've got Bryn Gose, Evan Gainey, Carson Kaufman, who will be hitting up front. The Governors, of course, losing their libero in Addison Cumbo last year, and Jenna Bush, a middle blocker up front from a year ago. But you still have Lily Sanchez, Avery Kaiser, and McKenna Schleckaway, and Reese Terwilliger, and Remington Price. And obviously, having to replace the libero is key for the Governors. In my personal opinion, it could be just the differences in back row play that it could be a difference here tonight. I'd have to give the edge in here to Huron so far with the experience that they have in the back row. In fact, Bryn Huber here at Riggs High last year for the Tigers was our player of the game, which we'll announce at the end of this match as well. But Huber would not let anything hit the floor last year in this particular match. So the Governors are going to have to find a way to get some balls to drop. And I think for Huron, it's going to be the same thing. The Governors will put up a pretty good block. They know Huron's going to be swinging hard. The Tigers know the Governors are going to be swinging hard. There are so many similarities in this match. It's literally going to come down to execution and, in my opinion, to unforced errors and things like that. The Governors have been committing a few too many unforced errors, especially in serve, and some things like that will just have to be cleaned up, not just tonight, but as they get going further down the stretch toward the postseason. So those are some conversations that we had both from the Pierre Governors standpoint with head coach Tiffany Stoser and from the Huron Tigers standpoint with coach Joshua Lean. Apologize that we couldn't get those interviews given to you, but those are our keys to success in a nutshell. Keys to success are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Why don't we take another 2-minute timeout, and we're back with the starting lineups as we're getting closer to high school volleyball coming up on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Central Dakota Eye Care continues to grow. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazik. I've recently joined the practice at Central Dakota Eye Care. I'm excited to move back to Pierre, and I am accepting new patients of all ages. We offer state-of-the-art equipment, trained staff, and the best selection of eyewear and contact lenses. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key to finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 for an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE extension 2. That's 833-605-5483 extension 2 and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Back again at Riggs High Gym, our pregame show, thanks to the Becky Potts of a State Farm Insurance Agency, continues. I'm Brian Oakland, clarifying one thing. When we looked at the power ratings earlier, when I printed my power ranking sheet out, Huron was in 6th, but they did not have the result of their Sioux Falls-Lincoln match, which was a loss the other night on Thursday. Huron actually, as I look at that updated, is the 8th seed currently, but the top teams right now in high school volleyball are in Class A are all pretty well bunched up, and Pierre right now sitting at 5, Huron at 8. They could be anywhere between 4 and 8, or hopefully not 9, and have to go on the road when the Sodak 16 rolls around. But right now, Huron has a 706 winning percentage, and Sioux Falls, Washington at a 900 winning percentage. That's the top 8 teams are all pretty darn good in the state of South Dakota, and the power rankings are pretty tight as well. So Huron, if they were to start the postseason tonight, would actually host Sioux Falls Roosevelt. The Governors would host number 12 Mitchell. Anyway, that's a different conversation. Let's talk about starting lineups in this one. Starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. And for the Huron Tigers, some familiar names, and they'll start with the setter, Hampton Hines, a good one at 5'8", and a junior. Also setting up for the hitters, I should say, Isabel Elwine, a middle and right side specialist, 5'8", and a senior. Heaven Gainey is a 5'7" senior on the outside. Elin Schonard is a youngster, a freshman, also hitting from the middle at 5'10". Carson Kaufman at 5'11", and a senior in the middle. Really, the one to watch going to be Bryn Gose, a 5'9" senior for the Tigers, with Kaufman, Schonard, Gainey, Elwine, Gose, and Hines the starting 6. Also, Olivia Rink, a serving specialist, will come in and play the back row. She's a 5'5" senior. Could see Emma Ross, a 5'7" senior as well, in the back row for the Huron Tigers. 12-5 on the season, head coached by Joshua Lean, assisted by Tyann Omer, Lizzie Kotz, and Brittany McClanahan. The starting lineups for the Tigers and also for the Governors, who are coming up, are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 605-224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use their mobile app to connect, check their website, or receive a robocall for collection schedule because of weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Envirotech in Pierre with the starting lineups for the Pierre Governors, beginning with the setters. Elise Christopherson, the 5'7" junior. Also Lily Sanchez, the 5'9" senior. Lainey Rinke playing back row at 5'6", and the junior for the Governors. And, of course, looking up to the hitters in front, the middles are McKenna Schleckaway, the 5'11" senior. Reese Terwilliger, the 5'11" junior, with Avery Kaiser on the outside, 6 foot. And a senior for the Governors. Rinke, Sanchez, Schleckaway, Christopherson, Kaiser, Terwilliger, the starting rotation. Libero for the Governors, of course, Remington Price, a 5'7" senior. Did not mention that Libero Bryn Huber for Huron. We mentioned her. Also, very good one at 5'4" and a senior. The Governors will also get Danny Beck, the 6'2" senior. Campbell Boddicker, the 5'10" junior, in as things rotate around from time to time, too. The Governors 10-3, the 5th power-rated team in the state, head coached by Tiffany Stoser, assisted by Alexis Terwilliger, Chloe Kaiser, Kim Byerly, and Taylor Hyde McClennan. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. The other starting lineup is our game officials. The naming of the game officials are the law on the court tonight, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. At the net, Kelly Devine and Nicole Bowman tonight. Rachel Arbach and Amanda Ritchie are the line judges, and we appreciate them for doing what is oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. The law on the court from the Attorney General's Office. We serve it up in 3 minutes. This is Governor Volleyball.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota wants your trade. We also want any vehicle that you might be willing to part with. So much so that we'll give you an additional $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you let us buy your vehicle. Yes, $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you sell your vehicle to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates in Pierre. In the 2021 Class A Dual Championship, Pierre met Rapid City Stevens and were down 3 points heading into the final match. Peyton Schaefer trailed going into the third period before turning it around. The pin by Hayden Schaefer, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment presented by Fisher Rounds and Associates in Pierre.
Car scams are more common now, largely due to the low inventory of vehicles. This is your Attorney General, Mark Vargo, saying that while we may take this type of purchase for granted, don't rush into it for fear of losing out on that vehicle. Stay vigilant and do your homework before you make the purchase. If you're purchasing a used vehicle, know who you're dealing with, know what you're signing, and be sure you get a copy of the signed agreement at the time of purchase. Be wary of look-alike or sound-alike car dealer websites. If you have questions, contact my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, hearing from Comtech. They'll sponsor our opening serve tonight, and that's still coming up. You can hear the drum beats, which means the Governors are being announced right now. Pep band is here. Good crowd is here. It's apparently pajama night and flannel pajama pant night here in the student body section for the Governors. And boy, Huron obviously traveling well in the shortest trip of the year. And the Governors are ready to go coming up tonight as well. Two teams that know each other very well, and two teams that are going to mirror each other very well. It's going to be a good one here tonight. We're looking forward to it. Comtech with the opening serve coming up, and we'll determine who it's going to be. Let's set the stage and what's happening this week. You've got Tuesday night volleyball here, the only volleyball match of the week for the Governors. And then on Friday nights, it's another matchup against between the Governors and the Tigers on the football field. We'll be at Tiger Stadium in Huron for the third straight road game for the Pierre Governors, and what a win they got at Brandon Valley the other night, down 21-0 before the end of the first quarter. The Governors came all the way back and got a 43-34 victory to remain 6-0. The Tigers, meanwhile, on the football field had a 32-14 victory over the Douglas Patriots. Remington Price will be the first server here tonight, and again, serve number one, sponsored by Comtech in Pierre. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Here we go. As you watch this one from left to right, Governors will be hitting, or from a full court view, Governors hitting from left to right. Huron sets it up outside to Bryn Ghost, but her first one will have a little too much altitude and adrenaline perhaps on that one, and it'll be hit a little bit too long, and the Governors get point number one. Remy Price in black on black as the libero. The Governors otherwise wearing home whites with the green numbers and the green sleeve cuffs. Avery Kaiser's first attack with a dig out, and here's Ghost up front, and Bryn Ghost will score from the left side through the Governor block and down. Ghost has always been a good scorer for the Tigers, and now they'll get some extra scoring up there from Heaven Gainey. Josh Lean told me that Gainey, with Emily Dale in the front line last year, is a little bit more now in her own element, where maybe is a more natural position, swinging more from the outside. Meanwhile, Elise Christopherson with a setup to Reese Terwilliger. She gets a tap through a Huron block, and it's down, and we're moving on to a 2-1 lead in favor of the Governors. Lily Sanchez will serve. And this one just across the net, had enough on it to crawl across, and it's down for an ace. Maybe a little fortunate for the Governors, who want to, as always, serve aggressively. They've had so many serving errors of late, and really all season long, but 13, I think, at Brandon Valley in just 3 sets was probably a season high, which they really don't want to duplicate. Yost has defended well here. Here comes Kaiser on the attack, but that one dug out of the back row. Tigers, by the way, of course, and as you can see, is, well, the Governors unable to clear this one out. Well, that should have been a 4-hit violation. They will blow the whistle, and a late whistle, but it was a hitting error for the Governors. Tiffany Stoster's asking for a touch, but Avery Kaiser couldn't reach her 3rd touch to get it across. Huron is in gray jerseys tonight, orange numbers with white trim, black stripes down the sleeves. And the first serve here in this sequence for the Tigers will be down the right sidelines, but Hampton Hines will miss that one wide. So 4-2, our updated score. Governors have the lead as Kaiser will rotate around to serve. Laney Rinke checking out. Hamill Boddicker in. Avery Kaiser too short on that serve, and they'll give it right back. Side out back to Huron as Ghost will check out. Emma Ross is on to serve for the Tigers, a 5'7" senior. Saw Ghost serving last year, if I'm not mistaken, so that is a possibility there. This serve eats up Kaiser, but Remy Price bails her out. Free ball on the return, and Carson Kaufman up high swinging. Boy, that was almost too early of a jump, but it turned out to be perfect timing for Carson Kaufman on the receive from Hampton Hines, and a 4-4 tie here early on as we go to 25, and every serve resulting in a point. Kaiser will play up the Ross serve this time. Long back set from Sanchez to Terwilliger, and then the dig goes up into the rafters and ricochets away from Bryn Huber. There's another kill for Reese Terwilliger. First set assist for Lily Sanchez here on the night. Huron had a tie at 4, and now we're up 5-4 for the Governors. Huron and Pierre, first of 2 meetings over the next couple of weeks. Free ball in the return from the Tigers. Now a big swing from McKenna Schleck away, but there's Bryn Huber lunging and keeping it alive. Another free ball back. Terwilliger, Sanchez behind her this time, and the Governors are going to be in the net. Huron blocked it back over. It was out of bounds according to the line judge, but that didn't matter as the effort by the Governors and too much momentum. The set pass was a little too close to the net, so a bit of a mistake there for the Governors. Hitting error number 1. Along with a serving error, and Christopherson trying to run down a misplay here will cross the line. That's going to be an ace for Huber. And they'll take their first lead at 6-5. Scoreboard hasn't been updated, but it should be 6-5. Huber will give one back this time, though. Kaiser will duck away from it in the middle of the back line for the Governors, and it'll be Pierre serve as Elise Christopherson checks back in. McKenna Schleck away back in up front. Campbell Boddicker out of the front line. Christopherson, a little close, but up to Hines it comes, and now the Governors cannot get one cleared. Huron going with a quick offense up front. Hampton Hines, Heaven Gainey, people like that trying to play those quick sets. And the Governors going to need to be ready for things like that. Huron serves with a 7-6 lead. They do have the scoreboard updated appropriately. Sanchez with a swing is blocked right back. She'll get another crack at it, but this time, don't know if she made that one across. She does not. They'll call a 4-hit violation. So Pierre, with Sanchez about 5 feet off the net, unable to clear. And the Tigers have their first 2-point lead of the night. They'll go to Sanchez on the serve again, and Christopherson back to Lily, only a bump across. Governors really not in sync as of yet. Now a slap to the back row as Heaven Gainey We'll put it down on the line. The Governors, as we mentioned, just in a little bit of disarray here, and Tiffany Stoser will try to sort things out. First timeout called in our match, and timeouts in the broadcast sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. Huron with a 9-6 lead early on set number 1 here, River 92.7. This is Governor Volleyball.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
750. Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre.
Back to Riggs High Gym, 9-6 early on here. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Busy day in high school sports featuring Pierre Governor Athletics, and it's been a good day as well. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. Out of the timeout, Huron set to serve, but they're out of rotation. As Olivia Rink put one across, she had a good serve, but Huron was not set up properly, according to Nicole Bowman. Kelly Devine is the R1 on the ladder. Governors get a point that they'll gladly take. They trail 7-9 out of the serve of Laney Rinke, who reaches and keeps a dig alive. Now a cross-court effort for Kaiser, also kept alive by the Tigers. Here's another one back to Rinke from Heaven Gainey. Lily Sanchez taps. Kept alive, pushed up into the air from Hampton Hines. Now Gainey is blocked. Here, Gainey will try again. Blocked again, but it's back and out of bounds. The Governors are right there defensively 3 times. Huron kept going to Heaven Gainey. And the third time the charm. This time, Heaven has her second kill of the day. Bryn Ghost now will rotate as Gainey is back to the back row. Ghost is in up front. And out comes Emma Ross from the back row. 10-7 Tigers. Here's Schleck away from the net. Huron defends it well. Governors unable to keep this one up as the whole middle back and the back left were cleared out. That's Elin Schoenhardt, freshman, who scores on her first swing of the night. Huron leads 11-9 here in the first set. Or make that 11-7. A 4-point lead as Gainey will miss one low and into the net. Already 4 service errors, or 3 errors plus a rotation violation in serve for the Tigers. Helping the Governor cause. Here's Remy Price. She'll come straight up the middle. That one's played up. Good pass to Hampton Hines. Goes with a strong power tap, but nothing doing there. Governors do have to free ball it, though. Now on the move is Schoenhardt. Governor's got a block, but then the dig by Sanchez was over the head of Terwilliger. Reese couldn't reach it to tap it over. And unable to play it out of the net. That turns into another kill for Elin Schoenhardt. Governor's struggling with a couple of one and dones in serve of late, but Huron will miss yet another into the net. Left-handed server here, Cadence Cheddar, a 5'5" senior. Unable to make good on that one, and Schoenhardt checks back in, but then Bryn Huber, the libero, also back in. She's got a bright orange jersey. She's tough to miss. Here's Ghost off the net with a good attack. Kaiser will dig it up, wants it back from Sanchez, but Avery just misses wide on the left to right cross-court attempt. Kaiser unable to get a kill yet. In fact, Reese Terwilliger has the only 2 kills so far for the Governors. Well, as we check it back, Kelly Devine is calling a tip that the line judges didn't see. The R1 does, and Avery Kaiser gets a helper on that one. Here we'll take it, 10 serving 12. Sanchez serves for the second time. Here's another good leader. Hines up to Carson Kaufman for the second time. They get that same play to work from the middle from the Huron side. Governors get 2 in serve that time, but still trail by 3. And back to serve here is Hampton Hines. Played away. Kaiser plays it up, got it back, gets blocked, and that'll work. As Kaufman And Ghost providing the difficulty here. You can see what makes Huron so difficult. The Tigers have played, and the Governors have too, but the Tigers, I think in particular, have played some of the top teams in the state very, very well. There's another sailing serve, though, as Hampton Hines will give one back. Case in point, Thursday night last week, well, the Tigers struggled against Sioux Falls Lincoln, but Tuesday night, 1 week ago tonight, in the Huron Arena, Huron played Sioux Falls Washington, the top team in the state right now, to a 5-setter, and they lost the fifth, 15-13. It was that good of a match, but they just came up a little bit short. They've got it back on a free ball, decoying in the middle. They'll go outside, and this shot is good for Isabel Elwine. Huron pretty good at disguising things. They move people around quite a bit. And right now, leading 15-11, they come back in with Emma Ross to serve. That'll be played up by Reese Terwilliger. Here's Campbell Boddicker to take a swing. Sanchez off of the block, punches it up and over. Huron was clearing out. They wanted the right person to come and get it. First hit, it really doesn't matter. You got to get somebody on there, and Lily Sanchez ends up with a kill here because of a great reflex play with a little luck on the backside of it, too. 15-12. Terwilliger's serve, tapped back. The Governors are in the net, though. Danny Beck had a nice little block of the tapper, but she couldn't pull her hand back in time, and now the fifth hitting error for the Governors continues to help out the Huron cause here. Set number one, a 4-point Tiger lead as Bryn Huber will serve from your right to left if you're seeing this in the full court view. Remy Price on the bump on the return. Long free ball. Here comes Heaven Gainey, and there's a touch up front. It calls fair anyway, as Gainey swinging well. Her third kill to lead the Tigers. Huron already with 9 kills compared to only 4 in this first set for the Govs. And it's 17-12. Huron goes again. Huber back to Sanchez, back left. Christofferson setting up Boddicker, but blocked well. Pushed away by Gainey, or Hines rather this time. Here's Kaiser. Might have had a foot across the line on that swing, according to Josh Lean, but we play on. Boddicker, nope, it's Kaiser bumping it back over. Chance for the Tigers. Second touch is over. Kaiser may have gotten underneath it for a pancake, but it went in the wrong direction, and Hampton Hines is able to get a spot kill here. Hines good at that little two-hander, so is Lily Sanchez, but Hampton Hines learns from one of the best, and Tyann Ulmer, assistant coach, the daughter of longtime Huron head coach Shelley Buddenhagen. There's Boddicker taking a swing. Governors trailing by 6 here. Gainey ready to go again. Boddicker digs. It's over and down on the Governors' side. That is not what Campbell Boddicker had in mind, to say the least. She got low for the dig. She did not want to put that ball back over the net, but it does crawl over, and it's over the top of all of that Huron defense. Another lucky break for the Governors in this case. They'll take the serve here, and Christofferson, trailing 13-18, puts it across. There's Schoenhardt again, though, or check it, Isabel Elwine with a swinging kill. She was well off the net on that one, but she got it through the block and down on the Governor's side. Huron right now with a bit of a cushion. They lead by 6 with 6 to go. Olivia Rink into serve. Sanchez takes a big swing. Madison Swenson in there in place of Avery Kaiser. Did everything she could to keep that off the floor, but it just didn't work out. Gives Schoenhardt a block point here. Huron doing a lot of things well so far. Boddicker had to adjust on the right side, got the attack across, but Huron defends. There's another swing, and it's good. The Governors are in the net anyway. Heaven Gainey with kill number 4. And so far, these Tigers been tough to stop in this first game. 21-13. Up the middle comes Rink with the serve. Swenson plays it in the middle. And a good swing there for Campbell Boddicker from Elise Christofferson. Back set out, and Boddicker will get it down to the middle back. There's something that Coach Tiffany Stoser said in our pregame conversation, which due to technical difficulties we didn't get the playback on, but she said Huron tends to divide their back row defense, and sometimes you can get those angles down to the middle back. That was a case in point here, and now on a serve, Huron made this mistake earlier being out of rotation, but now the Governors apparently were not in the proper lineup. So as Price's serve will be a no-go, Huron will have a 22-14 lead, and Tiffany Stoser will take her final timeout here in game number 1, a Coca-Cola timeout. At that, we'll take 30 seconds, and we're back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Back at Ringside Gym out of that Coca-Cola timeout. We welcome you. Governor Volleyball brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors who include Bank West, Brittany Shufflebine Agency LLC of American Family Insurance, also Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Motors, Ricky Gray Wealth Management, Overhead Door, Kruger Contracting, and our friends at Live Ticket, covering the live video streaming of this match tonight. I'm Brian Oakland. As we mentioned, a good day for Governor Athletics. The Pierre Governor girls tennis team, well, with doubles matches still going on, but it looks pretty much like they will be the State A girls tennis champions. So congratulations to them. We'll get you further results on that. The boys golf team has finished second, 8 strokes behind Harrisburg as a team. Best finisher Nick Bothan, and a tie for 4th place for the Governors, but they had, I think, 5 of their 6 golfers placing in the top 16 in that golf tournament. And the girls soccer team has come up with a victory, a first-round postseason victory, defeating Mitchell in overtime 3-2. Governor boys are playing a night match at Rapid City Stevens. Welcome back, though. Out of that timeout, Bryn Ghost with a hitting error. Hitting one too long, and the Governors will get the serve back. They trail 15-22. Remy Price is the server this time. Apparently, she wasn't supposed to be the server last time, so that's how the Governors had their rotation off a little bit. Ghost continues to swing. Self-defense. Avery Kaiser keeps it alive. Pierre clears it out. Now a tapper is over and out of bounds. Did the Governors have a touch on that? A lot of people wearing orange think they did, but officials say no. And just wide are the Tigers on that point. Governors within 6 at 16, serving 22. Another one close to the net, but Hampton Hines keeps it alive. Ghost clears it away. Here comes Kaiser on the return down the line. It's good. And suddenly the Governors starting to get a little more comfortable and a little more in a rhythm. Kaiser's second kill, and Huron wants to take a timeout here after the Governors scored 3 in a row. Here's another Coca-Cola timeout and a break in the action. Back in 30 seconds, 17-22 when the Governors return on River 92.7.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Back at Ringside Gym, talking about that girls' soccer win, 3-2 in overtime over Mitchell. Jasmine Yost scored in the 88th minute, and the Governors in a extended overtime period were able to make that stand up, and they'll move on. They'll play probably top-seeded Harrisburg. Here was the 8th seed in that postseason bracket, and that will be later on in the week. Back at it, a couple of trips for the ball across the net, and it'll end with a Bryn Ghost sharply angled kill out of the reach of Laney Rinke in the back row, and Huron will get the side out of the Governor, or out of their own timeout. 23-17 our score. And almost an ace for the Tigers, with the Governors scramble and get it away. Ghost will tap it back. Christofferson to Sanchez. Kaiser with a big swing. Another good block there by Huron. Kaiser will try it again. Angle. Ghost keeps it alive. Now at the net. Pushed away by Terwilliger. Back to Huron and Bryn Ghost. Couldn't get a swing on this one, but the Governors are in the net. And the defense just too close on a play that really they didn't need. That set pass by Huron took Ghost well away from the net. And all she could do was lob it back across. Now set point for the Tigers here. Out of the serve, Pierre playing it up. Sanchez will hack one across. Swing to the back row here. Gainey off the net. Kaiser will dig it from there, but free ball away from Laney Rinke. Now a chance for Hines and a setup to Kaufman, but this one misses wide to the right toward the scorer's table in the Pierre bench side. So the Governors live to fight another point in this set. 18 serving 24 coming up. Huron has played well so far here in this first game. Their offense is in good gear. Their defense at the net in particular has been outstanding. Even though I still only have them for one ace block in this first set. Goes off the net, dug out by Kaiser. Sanchez with a back set going to Terwilliger. And one hit there, but Gainey unable to get it up in the air in due time for Hines to run underneath it. So Terwilliger will score her team-leading third kill here in game number one. The Governors have a big hill to climb here, and they need a bunch. As Huron has their set point number 3. Sanchez misses it low and into the net, however, and that will bring an end to game number one. And the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Huron 25 and the Governors 19. Tigers take the 1 set 10-0 lead. On the scoreboard, brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow. The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Boddicker with 2 each in the kill column for the Governors. But Pierre with 6 errors, 9 total, including the serving errors, as Heaven Gainey will serve first, and it'll turn into an ace. A misplay for the Governors to start game number 2. First serve in the second set, sponsored by Comtech in Pierre. Gainey already with her second ace. She'll come Strong with it again as Kaiser blocked, kept it alive, run down by Price, cleared away by Christopherson. Now Bryn Ghost with the big swing. Price tries to dig it. It'll go up to the back wall. That one's high up there. Bryn Ghost with the heat shot there. She was the one that actually was a little quiet swing-wise in that first set, but Huron definitely going to have a good advantage if she starts getting in a good rhythm here offensively. Pierre will have to leave it with McKenna Schleck away. Free ball back on the serve. Good swing here. That's off the net, and Lainey Rinke unable to handle that one. That goes to Elin Schoenhardt in the middle. And right now, Huron off to the first three and a 3-0 lead. But Gainey will miss this one into the net, so the Governors will get their first point here in set number 2. Huron just seems like a well-oiled machine right now, and they have, as we mentioned, have played some outstanding competition. They've played a similar schedule to the Governors, and the Govs have played, for example, the Sioux Falls schools quite well also. Neither team played Sioux Falls Lincoln very well. Both teams played Sioux Falls Washington fairly well. Huron played them a little better than the Governors did, if we're going to compare, as Ghost misses on the cross-court shot, hitting error number 1 in this set, number 6 on the match for Huron on the floor. 2 serving 3 as Price pushes it away on the serve. Hines keeps it away from the net. There's a big block up front by Sanchez. Huron sent scrambling, but they got it away. Now the Governors in trouble, and they scramble across. On a bump from Sanchez. On the slide here, Schoenhardt is dug out in the back row. Kaiser through the block. This will go. And the Governors get the point that Huron seemed to be the poised to earn, I would say, with some more aggressive play. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Here, clawing back to a 3-3 tie, looking for more as Olivia Rink will play up the Remy Price serve. Serve comes up to Ghost. She's blocked right back. Huber is there to cover it up and then shoved away by Huron. Now, Terwilliger. Good. Quick set this time, Lily Sanchez. The communication is there, and maybe the Governors are starting to feel a little more in sync than what they showed in that first game. 4 in a row for Pierre. They'll take a 4-3 lead. Early second set. Gainey will play it up to Hines, and a good look here, and the push for Carson Kaufman with one hand to the vacated back right for the Governors. Huron draws even again at 4, serving 4. Cadence Cheddar in for the second time to serve, left-hander. Gets it away. Easy play up here for Rinke to Christopherson, but that back set sending Lily Sanchez too wide. And an unforced error there for Pierre, and the Tigers will lead again at 5-4. Cheddar to Rinke, stays in the back row. Kaiser calls for the set. She'll send it to Terwilliger up front, and that one a little too tall. And over the top of everything on the Huron side, including the end line. Another 3 in a row for the Tigers. They lead 6-4. Kaiser this time to Christopherson. Sanchez too low on the attack. And again, right now, I would almost guess that maybe the Governors have a little too much adrenaline going here. Here's another misplay. Governors couldn't get a good pass there, but then the set too close to the net, and Tiffany Stoster going to take another timeout. Pierre really struggling right now. They had 4 straight, but they've given up 5 in a row, and they trail the game, the second set here, by the score of 8-4. Huron with the first game under their belts already. Coca-Cola break in the action. We'll take 30, and we're back. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym out of the timeout. And again, let's talk a little bit about state tennis tournament action. In singles, the Governors with 2 singles champions. At number 2, singles Kara Weiss. Number 4, Jocelyn Corrales. So congratulations, a pair of singles champions. 2 years ago, Marley Shorter was a single, or was that last year? Marley Shorter was a singles champion, but before that, you'd have to go back maybe 5 or 6 years before Pierre had another singles champion before that. Service error out of that timeout by Huron, but then the Tigers come right back, and they'll get a kill down to the Governor middle with a Carson Kaufman put away. So Huron had 5 straight to go up 8-4. The Govs with a side out. Now Huron back in serve, and a Hampton Hines service ace with some miscommunication between Kaiser and Sanchez. Sanchez was backing off, waiting for a pass to set up. Hines with a good serve here. Played up by Price this time. Kaiser's attack is off the net. There's a dig attempt from Kevin Gainey, but that will head in the wrong direction, and Avery Kaiser with her 4th kill. And again, the Governors so far just not playing typical Pierre volleyball. Kaiser with a good serve. Great keep alive by Hines out of the net. Here is Michaela Sherwood in the middle. She'll get one through the block and down. Sherwood with Coach Stoser shaking things up a bit. The 6'2 junior asserting her presence as Kaiser serves one away again. 7 serving 10. No system for the Tigers. Kaiser pushes it back up in the air as Boddicker. Her attack is blocked. She keeps it alive. Terwilliger will swing again. Bryn Huber with an easy dig on that one. Up to Ghost on the pass. Kaiser lunges. 1, 2, 3. Not enough for the Governors. Good effort there from Kaiser and Sanchez, also Sherwood. But a good attack for Ghost. It's going to be a Pierre error, but Bryn Ghost kind of set that all up with a well-placed attack. So here come the Tigers, and there go the Tigers. Emma Ross off the bench serves into the net. Governors will take side out right back. Well, it was 11-7 on the board. Okay, yeah, they've made it 12-7. That was the wrong, the opposite, I guess, of what should have happened. It's 8 serving 11 here. Terwilliger to Huber, and a misplay here by Bryn Huber is Reese Terwilliger. Brought a little heat on that serve, and that'll be the 2nd ace of the night for the Governors. Back within 2, 9 serving 11. Terwilliger trying to keep that going as Huber close to the net. Hines does a great job keeping the passes out of the net, though. Gainey was blocked once. Not the second time. She actually got it through the touch of Sherwood on a little tapper. It is over and down. Heaven Gainey with her 5th kill. Tigers will take it back, leading 12-9. Governor soccer players out at Rapid City Stevens. They strike first in the 10th minute. Devin Flotmeyer with a goal, and they lead Rapid City Stevens 1-0 in the first round of the boys. Postseason, girls have already got a first-round overtime win over the Mitchell Colonels, 3-2 at the PILC soccer fields. Boys are playing out in Rapid City. A miss by Schleckaway for the Governors. Gives it back to Huron, but Bryn Huber will miss in serve this time. And back it goes to Pierre. Trailing 10, serving 13. Here comes Christofferson. Sending that one across. Played up to Hines, out to Gainey. Christofferson with a good keep alive here, and then Price pushing it up. Governors free ball it back. Now a chance for Schoenhardt. Tapping at the net. Pierre will have to send it back. That's Swenson in the back row. In place of Avery Kaiser. Swenson's not ready for that one, though, as Hampton Hines does it again. Spot kill. Put across, her 3rd of the night. And again, with Huron, you've always got to be ready for that set to come across. Play up here for Sanchez, up to Christofferson. Right back to Lilly down the line, and the line judge says there's a touch on that. That was just a little bit long, and the point goes to Pierre. Lily Sanchez with her second kill. It'll be 11 serving 14 now. Governors hoping Lainey Rinke can provide a spark in serve here. Heaven Gainey with a block up front. Good job getting down underneath it for Kaiser. Pushed away by Pierre. Hines back on the roll shot here. Schoenhard with nothing on that one. Now Christofferson outside right. Sanchez, big hit there. But Bryn Hubert digs it up, and then Heaven Gainey puts it down. Price and Rinke played the I got it, you take it game on that one, and Huron somehow gets the point after Lily Sanchez brought the heat. But Huron was able to keep it alive. Rinke will play up the Gainey serve here. Sanchez to the back row, just a little long. 7 hitting errors for the Governors here in this second set as they trail 16-11 now. Service point to the Tigers. Gainey's been tough in serve so far today. This one a little too good, though. That'll sail long. Heaven Gainey gets way back in that left corner. She gets a quick running start. She's got a lot of momentum built up by the time she strikes that ball to get it across. With that one too much. Price's serve to Ghost on a tapper. Sanchez left-handed hook that time. There's Lily Sanchez's specialty as a catch-you-off-guard setter, whereas Hampton Hines, perhaps, like her head coach or assistant coach, Tyann Ulmer, was so good with the two-handed redirect. And that's set to get him over into the campfire. 13-16. Schoenhard does not clear the net on this one, even though the Governor block was there. A hitting error for the Tigers, just their second here in game number 2. Pierre with a bit of a run now, back within a couple. They trail, though, 14 serving 16. We'll come back after a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout called by Josh Lean and the Huron Tigers. We'll take that break with them. We're back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
Jim, Governor Volleyball brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports sponsors. We thank them for helping us out. They include Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Lariat Lanes, Wagner Auto, Ferding Electric, TMA, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Edgewood Healthcare, and Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Your Pierre and Fort Pierre Governor Sports sponsors. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, live streaming with live tickets at drgnews.com. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym out of the Tiger timeout. Hey, the Governors are getting their serves across out of timeout, something we were joking about a little bit on Saturday at Brandon Valley, but the Tigers set up a bump set spike, not a full-on attack by Bryn Ghost, but effective enough to end the Governor threat. Now 18-14. Well, it seems that it was 16-14 when we went to timeout. Side out to Huron. Suddenly they've got 18, but now coming back for the Govs, and Avery Kaiser will get the kill in the middle. Sanchez will rotate back. Christofferson is out, as it is Sherwood who checks in up front. Huron, 3 hits, not going to do it, as that first pass went wayward. And a good serve there for Lily Sanchez. The Governors again back within 2, at least according to the scoreboard. They might have figured something out and had to add a point during that timeout. Sanchez with another miss, though, in serve. She's missed 2, both of them into the net now. And the scoreboard reads 19, serving 16. Tigers. And this is Hampton Hines swatting it away. Kaiser. Sanchez to Terwilliger, but dug out by Gainey in the back row. Now Price with the free ball will take it, and Terwilliger puts Britt Huber on her backside. Reese Terwilliger with the slam. Reese 5 now. She and Kaiser both leading the way, 17 serving 19. The Governors have a serve back as Kaiser goes down the right sideline. Second hit has to clear away from Hines. Now it'll be Sanchez leaving it for Sherwood, and it's good. Josh Lean asking for a lift, or essentially a catch and throw. I thought I heard a little bit of a slap on that one, though. Michaela Sherwood with her second kill, and the Governors have a 19-19 tie. Second game. Huron won the first 25-19. Sanchez to Sherwood again. Block back, and then Ghost will put it away, and it's on the sideline in front of the Governor bench. Loose ball, and Bryn Ghost is able to just swat it right back on that Pierre side. A lot of that Pierre back line cheating up a little bit. Huron will take the lead back at 20-19. And then coming into serve will be Emma Ross. This senior in the back row. Another student body trying to get in her head a little bit. Here's Sherwood with the push away. Now a big swing for Heaven Gainey, and that one eats up Remington Price. Gainey will score. Match high, 7 kills. Well, the scoreboard's got her with 4. I'm not sure where we're missing on that, but Heaven Gainey's been a pretty good attacker so far for the Tigers today. Boddicker has to keep one alive here. Misplay on the serve, free ball back. Here come the Tigers and Carson Kaufman, and that's good. I mentioned earlier, Tiffany Stoser thought the Huron defense kind of opens up their back row defense. We're seeing that a lot from the Governors so far, and Huron has been taking advantage. They've scored 3 in a row now, 22-19 our score. Final timeout in game number 2 for the Governors, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Volleyball.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Back at Riggs High Gym as we continue here, 22-19. We're in the second set. Huron 3 points away from going up 2-0. The Governors trying to even this match at a set apiece. Governor Volleyball brought to you in part by First Dakota National Bank, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, in the Pierre Regional Airport. Pierre not pretty on the return, but they almost got a point. Meanwhile, Huron defends like Huron does. Here's Swenson with a bump pass to Sanchez. 2-hand push back. Huber up to Hines, and then Sherwood up in the air looking for a block. Got it back. Meanwhile, Huron is able to return. Foot on the floor with Gainey. Now Terwilliger, big swing. This one back as Swenson runs it down. Up to Sanchez. Sherwood off the net and down. A total miss hit for Michaela Sherwood, but it works well enough, and it's down on the scorer's table side of the front line of the Tiger offense, or the defense, as it were. Big point out of that timeout. It goes to Pierre. 20 serving 22. And the second touch over for Hines once again. Second time she's gotten Swenson caught on her heels a little bit. Hampton Hines, a setter who doesn't swing like Lily Sanchez does, but she's already got 4 kills in this one. Here with a play up of the Bryn Huber serve this time. The slide out to Terwilliger, dug by Huron. And Huber back to the net. Second hit over. Now it's Happard good. Was that Christofferson? Elise Christofferson up in the air. Got the second touch across. We'll give AC her first. 23-21 our score. Huron by 2. Christofferson back to serve. Played up by Gainey. To Hines, back set. There's Swenson with a nice dig. But the second touch is over by the Governors. Huber will bump it out. 10-foot line attack here for Gainey. Swenson to the knees to dig it out. Now a push away for Sherwood, but that one is defended. Gainey will try again. Boddicker steps in for a dig here. Swenson in the back row, and then to Christofferson over, but just wide in front of the Huron bench. Another fun point, both sides here, even though there weren't a lot of attacks. But a hitting error for the Governors gives Huron set point. Game number 2, 24-21, as Olivia Rink will serve for a 2-0 lead. Played up by Swenson to Christofferson, a miss for Boddicker, and that'll do it. Game number 2 is in the books. The Governors played better, but Huron still a little better than the home team on this night. Final score in Gale's Gas Service scoreboard, it's Huron 25, the Governors 21. Huron leads 2-0. We're at halftime. Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial sponsors halftime, but we...
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Video and live streaming, of course, drgnews.com. It's the Tigers in volleyball tonight. It'll be the Tigers in football facing the Governors in on Friday night. And that'll be right here on River 92.7 at 6:25 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Hope you can join us on Friday. Play by Remington Price and the Governors, and the Tigers send it out to Bryn Ghost, but Bryn has missed a few times tonight. She'll miss this one a little bit long. And the Governors get the first points in the third set. Rapid City Stevens has scored a penalty kick in the 25th minute. And they have tied the Governors in that soccer quarterfinal out in Rapid City. 1-1 the score there. Meanwhile, Sanchez to Kaiser, and a hot shot here through the middle of the Tiger back line. A good one there. And the Governors get the first two. Pierre continues to play well in the girls tennis tournament, state tennis out in Rapid City. Here's another one, and this time Hampton Hines will catch Lainey Rinke off guard. Rinke looked more ready, but she actually, she was so ready for it, I think she dove for this little two-hand tap from Hampton Hines a little too soon. Huron with the point. Sanchez looks to come back. The block is there, but it's backing out of bounds, and Christopherson and Sanchez will team up for a Pierre point and a side out. 3-1 the score now. Talking about that tennis team, they've got two of their three doubles combinations in the state finals. The top team of Sydney Tedrow and Kara Weiss are into the state finals. We'll mention the other one momentarily. A slide kill out to the right here for Carson Kaufman. Hampton Hines with another set assist. She'll rotate to serve. 3-2 our score. The third doubles flight of Jocelyn Corrales and Caitlin Ott are in the championship of their flight in state doubles in Class A as well. Good return here, but not much on the return for the Governors as it turns out, but a block will work. It is Avery Kaiser denying the right side attack of Isabel Elwine for the Tigers. Kaiser and Michaela Sherwood both up there to provide the presence. Kaiser seemed to celebrate a little bit more. We'll give it to her. She goes back to serve and goes with the down the line swat. That one almost seemed like it could have been a catch and throw, but a well-played point once again for Huron. 5 kills for Ghosts. It's 4-3. Governors early on, third set. Of course, the Governors need this one to stay alive and force more volleyball. A lot of volleyball still to come here. Sherwood with a one-handed tap is through a dig, but no second touch. And that'll work just fine for the Governors. Michaela Sherwood in the starting lineup when the season began. Then things went in a different direction, but right now she's playing well, and perhaps other players are the reason. Here's Sherwood again. I guess the point I was trying to make, perhaps Michaela Sherwood earning her way back up into that front line as she makes 2 in a row, one on a kill, one on an ace block. Also may have helped out on another one just before. Terwilliger misses a serve into the net, though. 6-4 our score. Huron will get it back, trailing by 2. Looking on the Twitterverse, and a lot of people looking in on that Pierre and Brandon Valley football game from Friday night. Looking forward in a couple of weeks to what Pierre and T area might be able to put on the field. And that'll be at Hollister Field in a couple of weeks, but still got good volleyball coming here. Roll shot out for McKenna Schleckaway, but she will miss low and into the net. And Huron will get a service point. Bryn Huber will make ready to serve it up again. Huber in the bright orange to Kaiser, sending Christopherson running. She passes it back, and as Kaiser peels herself up back off the floor, is unable to get the timing down on this one, and that stays low and into the net on the back row swing. 6-6. Huber again will lob this one across. Price up to the net, and a battle there as Heaven Gainey beating Elise Christopherson. Lob serve very effective there for Bryn Huber. Heaven Gainey on my stat sheet, a match high 8th kill in that one. Kaiser, big swing from the back row, and there was a touch on the attempt to defend by Emma Ross. And Avery Kaiser will take side out here. She has 7 to lead the Govs. That's our score, 7-7. 4 in a row, though, scored by Huron. The Governors try to get the momentum back here. Heaven Gainey dug out by Campbell Boddicker. Kaiser will run it down. Now Terwilliger, Schleckaway rather, clears it out. And miscommunication here. A set that was intended apparently for Elin Schonard. She mistimes the jump. Gainey was unable to put it across. That stays in the net. The Governors are back in front, 8-7. Third game here. Christofferson serving. That one a short lob across, played by Ross, and Gainey will swing it away. Kaiser digs. Sanchez blocked back. Christofferson kept it alive. Sanchez swatted it away again. Now free ball on the return to Price, to Christofferson. Boom! McKenna Schleck away. Big swing there for Schleck, her first kill of the evening. And the Governors now with 3 in a row. So far here early in the third, maybe some of the best, most rhythmic volleyball played by the Governors so far this evening. Christofferson serves it again. Now Hines is blocked by Schleck and then kept alive by Boddicker. Campbell swings. Look at that dig. And the putback by Hampton Hines. The Governors will swing again. Sanchez is defended. Hines now able to clear. Price back to Christofferson. Kept it alive for Schleck away. Over. Schleck. Sanchez to the back row. Good. What a point by the Pierre Governors. And with all of that defense by the Huron Tigers, the Governors just kept coming after them. Tigers couldn't have played that point defensively any better, but the Governors get the last say. 10-7 into a Huron timeout as the Governors try to heat up and take some charge into this match as they trail by 2 games to this point. But it's 10-7. Pierre in the third, back in 30 seconds. This is a Coca-Cola timeout on River 92.7.
Briggs Trucking and Construction.
For large or small projects, whether it's a home
Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the...
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment.
Competitive against each other, we expect tonight. Both of them have struggled against one team in particular this year, Sioux Falls Lincoln, who right now is leading top-ranked Washington by a set. And as we come out of a timeout, the Governors keep the defense going. And McKenna Schleck away with an ace block. Your scores out of that Huron Coca-Cola timeout. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. 11-7 our score. Now the Governors with Elise Christofferson serving will have her 5th in a row. This one goes deep. Ross plays it up. Set up to Hampton Hines. Or from Hampton Hines to Evan Gainey. Tapped across. Pierre in system. Good again with Campbell Boddicker out on the left side. Christofferson sets for the assist in that one. Now 12-7 Governors. Here comes Christofferson on a lob serve. Ross gets to it. Bump pass out to Gainey, and she'll miss it wide, and the Governors continue to make things happen here in this service run. Josh Lean will send in a sub off the bench. Out comes Isabel Elwine. Number 20, Emma Miller, a 5'5 senior, will hit if given the opportunity out on the right side. Christofferson continues in serve. Second touch over from Hines. Boddicker kept it alive. Now Sanchez with a soft attack away. Here's a chance for Emma Miller, but she'll be defended. Back to Price, and Sanchez just missed. Who says, oh, it's Huron in the net. When the whistle blew and the Governors started celebrating, I thought maybe a touch, but it was apparently a net violation. So the Governors get bailed out as they score their 8th straight point here to take a 14-7 lead. Game number 3. Here comes Christofferson again. And that one low and into the net. Took her eye off of that one. AC with a great run. She's been struggling in serves, so 8 in a row is pretty good. Good to see. A good thing for the Governors. They'll give one back on side out. We'll see if they can get the momentum right back as Olivia Rink will serve now for the Tigers. Kaiser will play it up. Christofferson, good adjustment. Boddicker is good. That back set from Elise Christofferson was put a little bit behind Campbell Boddicker, but she has the contortionism to reach back and still put a hot shot across. Huron unable to defend, and there's a quick side out. 15-8 Governors lead as Lainey Rinke is off the bench to serve. Heaven Gainey, no good. That's long. Got to give credit to the Governor momentum swing as Huron starting to commit some errors. Not without some good aggressive play, though. And certainly call them effort errors, and you're not going to be too distraught with those. Although this one from Elin Schonard, a one-handed tap as she tried to redirect from her right to left, will miss this one wide. There's another miscue for the Tigers. 17-8 Governors. Game number 3, Rinke down the left sideline, but this one too much hook on it, and that'll be out of bounds in front of the Huron bench. Third service error of this set for the Governors. They're 7th overall on the night. Here leads by 8. They need to keep the momentum going as much as they can, though, I would say. And that's a perfect bump set spike. Price to Sanchez, or was that Christofferson to McKenna Schleckaway, who swings and scores. Good angle there. I think that was Christofferson, who continues to play well in the set as this match continues along. Now 18-9. Remy Price to serve. That one will sail back to Olivia Rink. Put in play. Ghost swings away. Christofferson back. Sanchez couldn't get much on that one, though. Huber pushes it up to Ghost. That's through the block and down. Set assist to Bryn Huber. The libero this time, and Bryn Ghost holding Pierre to a 1 and done. Game number 3. Here right now in that state tennis tournament with a 78.5-point lead over St. Thomas More. As things go into the later stages out in Rapid City, another swing, this time a kill for Lily Sanchez. And the Governors will get a serve back, and again, they hold Huron to just 1 serve. Here leading 19-10. We're in the third. Huron got the first 2 sets, though. 25-19, 25-21. Here's Sanchez serving it away. Gainey up to Hines. Here's an attack off the net. It hung up there for the Governors. Big break there. Kaiser with a swing, and Bryn Huber. Brilliant dig there. Tigers free ball back. Now Sanchez to Terwilliger into a grab and catch for the Tigers. And the Governors continue to play with some fire. And as Chloe Kaiser told us in postgame on Saturday after that win at Brandon Valley, Pierre right now playing with a whole lot of urgency, and you gotta love it if you're a Governor fan. There certainly is reason for urgency. How about another block, a 10-foot line attack for Bryn Ghost, an ace block from Michaela Sherwood. Timeout Tigers. The Governors lead 21-10 here in the third game. They still have a lot of work to do, but 4 away from at least getting on the scoreboard in that department. We'll take a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. Back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
And everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at GrahamTire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
In Pierre. Good match going here in the third. We've got whistles and a violation here on the Governors. Maybe somebody reaching over the net too far. So an error for the Govs gives it back to Huron. Pierre still with a nice cushion so far here in the third game. But again, right now, even though Pierre trails by 2 games, this is just 1 game. And Pierre is if they win this one, certainly going to have to keep the momentum going as best they can. Hampton Hines to serve it away. 11 serving 21. Price up to Sanchez. Just a palm shot out from Kaiser. Price will run one down. Now a free ball back. Sanchez won't make it. Price made a good play. I think Kaiser put that ball back to the back row, which was not intended. Sanchez also had to try to run one down, but didn't have enough on it to get it back over the net and point to the Tigers. Price to Rinke this time. On the move comes Terwilliger. Good swing from the back row. But a Heaven Gainey dig keeps it alive. Free ball back to the Governors. Another big swing for Kaiser. And on the knees, Huber tried to keep one alive, but no play for the Tigers. Give Kaiser another kill here. 22-12, the 10-point lead. I don't think I'd be too far off to say, as far as single games go, this might be the hardest hitting game I've seen Pierre play all season long. Good communication here and a miss for the Tigers on the cross-court attempt from Isabel Elwine. Governors lead 23-12 here. As Josh Lean will give Heaven Gainey a break in the back row. Deshae Claggett, a 5'4" junior, will come in to play some defense in the middle back. Kaiser goes to Elwine. Up to Hines. Tapper, good. Sanchez tried to get there a little late. Carson Kaufman with the side out point here. It's 23-13. Well, if you're a baseball fan like me, even though I'm a Yankee hater, I do appreciate Aaron Judge and the season he's having this year. He's hit home run number 62 for the New York Yankees. That's an American League record out right now. Here on a free ball, here's another tapper returned by Kaufman. Sanchez able to run under the set or the pass, and the tapper is good for Reese Terwilliger for the Governors. Here playing so much better here in this third game. They've got a chance to claim the game here. It's set point for Pierre, 24-13. Obviously a lot of points to play. Huber close to the net. Hines keeps it alive. There's a touch on the Governor's side. This will be a kill for Isabel Elwine as the Tigers will stay alive for the time being. 14 serving 24. Match point or set point number 2 for Pierre. Huber back to Kaiser. On the move is Schleckaway. Punched up in the air. On the move, Gainey with a palm shot. Sanchez sends it right back. Elwine to Hines. Actually, this is Elwine swinging. But Price with the dig, and Pierre just cannot get these passes at times in play. Boddicker with the attempt. But another hitting error for Pierre. That's 5 in this set. Set point number 3 coming up now. 15 serving 24. Huber will lob it across. Sanchez to Christofferson. Boddicker for the finish is good. Just get him in system, and the Governors will take care of the rest. Campbell Boddicker sends us to game number 4. The Governors show some life in this one on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. They take the third game 25-15 over the Tigers, but Huron still leads 2-1. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. By the way, the scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 2 minutes in the fourth set. Coming up from Riggs High Gym, this is Pierre Governor Volleyball on River 92.7.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, Look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Riverview Rv Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview Rv Park your home away from home experience.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Governors on the board in the game column, but still again trail 2-1. It'll be up to them to try to keep this momentum going as we now go to set number 4. Pierre also with 4 ace blocks in that third set alone to help spearhead the movement. Brian Oakland with play-by-play, turning out to be a good one. Other scores, Washington and Lincoln in Sioux Falls are tied at a set apiece. So Gorman leads Brandon Valley 2-0. Sioux Falls Jefferson on top of Brookings 2-0 so far. Sioux Falls Roosevelt has the first 2 on Washington. Harrisburg, no report in their matchup with Western Christian of Iowa so far tonight. Here come the Tigers off of the Comtech. First serve, game number 4. Tigers free ball it back to the Governors. Swing for Lily Sanchez, dug out. Bringos taps it across. Pierre trying to get in system. Kaiser will palm it away. Easy play there for Huber, but pushed back by Hines. Kaiser will try it again. Another palm shot as Olivia Rink gets in there, put it up in the air, close to the net. And it goes. Can't make a play. And the Governors will get the first points of game number 4. Huron served first. That Comtech first serve. Now Remy Price first chance in the 4th set. Played up by Rink to Hampton Hines. There is Bryn Ghost doing what she is more comfortable and familiar with doing. Hitting one through the block hard and down on the Governor's side. 1-1 to start here, game number 4. And this will be Cadence Cheddar in to serve. The lefty misses low and into the net. And the Governors will take the lead back now, 2-1. See how this one goes. Elise Christopherson checking out. It's Michaela Sherwood in. Sherwood has played great so far. 6'2" junior up in the middle. Sanchez serves for the Govs. Ghost will get it back off the net. That one was going to probably go long, but Laney makes a play on it. They'll get it up to Kaiser, swinging it out. Dug out by Heaven Gainey. Now down to the back row. This is, I believe that was Ghost taking the swing again. Nope, that was Carson Kaufman. We've got Kaufman with 8 kills. My numbers for the Tiger scorers are quite a bit higher than what they're putting up on the board for the individual players so far on a few occasions tonight. And this will be a Pierre point, and they get a break here. Price of the return of serve sent it way back to the net. Sanchez with 2 hands tried to keep it across, but somebody, maybe Kaufman, reached over the net. Perhaps, well, it doesn't matter, but they reached over and basically did that volleyball equivalent of goaltending in basketball. An error for the Tigers makes it 3-2. Pierre, here is a net violation on Huron. They've got Emma Miller playing in up front. Maybe a miscue there. A little too close, trying to defend that Campbell Boddicker attack. Now 4-2. Here's a net serve, and it's over and down. An ace for Avery Kaiser. Things start falling the Governors' way once again, as they did in that third set. Governors will try to keep the heat coming. Kaiser. This one played up by Hines, or Gainey to Hines. A swing for Emma Miller, but another block for Michaela Sherwood. And the Governors have it going on again early in game number 4, trying to pull this one even at 2 sets apiece. Long way to go, of course. It's only 6-2, but a timeout on the floor called by the Tigers. Timeouts sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling and Beer. Be back in 30 seconds after you grab a Coke. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Competitive?
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Service Master.
6-2 our score so far. Game number 4. Mentioned this competitive match. You've got the one in Sioux Falls between number 1 and number 4 power-rated teams in the state, Lincoln and Washington. Got a good one going there, and out of the timeout, it's an Avery Kaiser ace. Huron with 2 back row players both agreeing that that one was going to go long. It certainly looked like it was going to, but it falls at the feet of Amanda Ritchie, the line judge, who sees it right on the back end line. 7-2 Governors. Kaiser will lob again. Elwine pretty close to the net. Hines played it out of there, and now we've got a across the center line. Another miscue, unforced by the Tigers. Talk about mirror images, these two teams, when we had our pregame conversations with the head coaches, we're almost seeing mirror images of what went well for one team in the first 2 games, but not the other. And that's starting to turn around as well in games 3 and now here in 4. Kaiser saves that two-hand effort by Hampton Hines. Terwilliger is dug out nicely. There's Price getting low underneath. Another dig. The Governors will push it back. Huber now up to Hines. Tapper for Kaufman. Now Sanchez will send one deep. Jay Claggett is back in there in place of Heaven Gainey in the back row. Here's Terwilliger swinging. This one will miss long. Terwilliger just could not get on top of that one. That will end a 6-point rally by the Govs, who took an 8-2 lead, now back to 8-3, and it'll be Emma Ross on to serve. Ross from the left side of the service line. Serve played up by Kaiser, but Sanchez had to go run it down. Kaiser back with it, blocked, kept alive by Kaufman up front. Here comes Gainey. Nothing on that one, but Kaiser still had to dive for it. Pushed away by Terwilliger. Huber keeps it off the floor. Now Gainey struggles, but gets it away. Who's got this one? Boddicker. Free ball back. Huron with the next chance to get in system. Blocked is Kaufman by Sherwood. Now Gainey has to bump it back over. Here's Boddicker. Oh, close to the net. Sanchez. Huron put that one across, but Remy Price bails out the Governors. Here's a chance for Kaufman. Tapper over, out of bounds. Interesting play, to say the least, on that one. Neither team getting in system much. Both teams still defending well, and both teams scrambling a lot on that play. The Governors lead by 6 again. It's 9-3. Reese Terwilliger serves. Tigers scramble to their bench. They'll get it back in play and get it across to Pierre. Sanchez leading. Sleck away. Sleck's in the net, but that's a good block anyway for Carson Kaufman. We'll go ace block on that one. Carson Kaufman earned that one for sure. 4 serving 9. Here comes Huron again. Bryn Huber to serve. Goes deep to Kaiser. Good play up here. Christofferson jump set to Campbell Boddicker, but this one will go a little bit long. And it's still early in the 4th game. The Governors got to be careful not to give Huron too much help. Here's Huber again. Good aggressive serve this time. Kaiser, though, plays it nicely to Christofferson. Boddicker is defended. Hines out to Gainey through the block. Governors are there in the back row. Kaiser up to Christofferson. Tapper, Schleck away, good. McKenna Schleck away, his third kill of the match. And the Governors lead by 5 at 10. Serving 5, Elise Christofferson. Back to serve. She had the longest service run of the night in about 9 in a row. Part of that second set. Tapper from Kaufman. Now Sanchez will redirect from right to left. That's over and down, and the Governors score another. A 6-point Governor lead. Fourth set, 11-5. Here down, though, 2 sets to 1. And this one perfectly placed for Elise Christofferson. Evan Gainey let it go, and it was right perfectly, snugly in the back corner on the right side. Gainey will check out again. Claggett back on for the Tigers. 12-5 Governors. Christofferson sends it back in that same general direction, not as far. Claggett's going to get it back, take a swing. The Governors say no. Sanchez blocks this time. And a timeout has to be taken once again by the Huron Tigers. They're second in this fourth game. The Governors are halfway home in the fourth, 13-5. They lead the Tigers. Another Coca-Cola break in the action. We'll break for 30 seconds. Back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Associates in Pierre.
13-5, the Governors still putting a lot of nice things together, looking like a team that really has some things to prove. Right now, the team they want to prove that against is the Huron Tigers, and Tigers obviously trying to do the same. It's been a good one so far. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Elise Christofferson will continue to serve. Claggett will play it up back to Hampton Hines, and the cross-court effort on the one-handed push here by Isabel Elwine misses wide and out of bounds. Huron continues to commit errors similar to that one right there. They've got all the right ideas. The execution just not quite there. A 9-point Pierre lead here in the fourth. Claggett takes another swing, gets blocked once again by Sanchez. She'll get it back, tap it across. Now a chance for Lily to swing, and it's good. Lily Sanchez continues to make plays, and Huron's got to feel snake bitten right now. Josh Lane will send Evan Gainey back in for Claggett. Claggett's taking some nice swings, but the Governors are just blocking too much right now up front. 15-5 Pierre. Fourth game and a miss. In serve, the second of the night for Elise Christofferson. Pierre again has been much better in serve so far than they were in a 3-set win at Brandon Valley Saturday afternoon. That was another 6 in a row, though, in serve for Christofferson. Now 15-6. Sanchez will push one back off of the rink serve. Here's a chance for Gainey, and that's good. Evan Gainey. I've got her with 9 kills so far tonight, 15-7 of service points. For the Tigers, Olivia Rink serves again. Sanchez to Christofferson, behind her to Boddicker. Bryn Huber lays out, keeps it off the floor, and Gainey will get another swing and score. Hampton Hines, the setter, able to get underneath these passes a little bit better in these last 3 points for Huron. She's setting up Evan Gainey, and the hitters for the Tigers. There's Sanchez with a touch by Rink, and Sanchez will throw the heat once again. 3 kills in this game for Olivia. She now takes the Pierre lead with 9 kills on my stat sheet. 16, serving 8. Here come the Governors again. Lainey Rinke back in there. Rink will get one up to Hines. Gainey with some hang time, but could not get on top of the hit. Misses it long. Another service point. Those are the errors you can live with if you're a coach, but you want to get the tappers down. You want to make sure the passes are all good. This slide won't work for Elin Schoenhardt, as she'll miss that one wide on the cross-court attempt. Tigers scored 3 to pull back within 7. The Governors have countered with another 3 of their own. Now 18 serving 8. Here's Huber. Up to Hines, and this one wide. That's a rare miss on the set attempt for Hampton Hines, as Gainey had to reach behind herself and hits the pin on the R1 side. It'll be 19 serving 8. Rinky brings it again. This one goes deep, but Huber up close to the net. Hines with a good play out of there. There's Heaven Gainey swinging and scoring. Rinky short hopped that one, made a good effort. Pierre will lead by 10 still. 19-9. Update on the Governor boys in their first round soccer matchup. 30 minutes left, and they're tied with Rapid City Stevens. 1-1. Tapper, Kaiser, good. From Sanchez that time, just a palm shot for Avery Kaiser, but that is just her first kill so far here in game number 4. 20-9, the Governors will take it again. Side out, Remy Price serves, good, low liner across. Ringos back in up front for the Tigers, had to wait on that one. Here's a shot for Terwilliger, good. Here is a completely different volleyball squad in these third and fourth sets than what we saw in the first 2. 21-9 now, Governors lead by a dozen. Played up this time. Big shot, and Ghost will miss it long. 10 hitting errors for the Tigers now in this fourth game. The Governors lead 22-9 on the way to 25. Price will keep after it. Gaining up to Hines. Little block there by Kaiser, who was expecting it, but then as she got a piece of it initially, reaches back for it and can't keep it in play. That'll be a kill for Hampton Hines. 6 times she's gotten one of those spot kills over in this match. Rinky will play up the serve. Shoved out by Kaiser, and 1, 2, 3, not going to be enough. That'll go up over the scorer's table into the bleachers on the west side. And the Governors have another side out with a 23-10 lead. Have to give another error to the Tigers. And Kaiser's shove got that one started. Sherwood, Terwilliger, Kaiser are now up front. Lily Sanchez to the back row to serve, playing with Price and Rinky. Here's Ghost, blocked by the Governors, kept alive. 1, 2, 3. Nice play for the Tigers. Here with a chance to get in system. Sanchez will leave it, but Sherwood misses it just a little bit long. Quick set there from Sanchez. Give credit to Huron to keep that one off the floor somehow, some way. Sure looked like the Governors were going to get that point even before Huron got it back across. Tigers serve 11, serving 23. Hines sends it to Price. Here's a good comeback there, as Sanchez feeds right back to Reese Terwilliger. Terwilliger missed on her previous attempt. Not this time. She got things corrected. Set point to the Governors, who are trying to force a fifth and deciding set, 24-11. Kaiser back over up to Ghost here. Kaiser self-defends, and then Price runs it down. Free ball out. Here's a chance. The block there for Sherwood. Tigers will push it away. Kaiser, Sanchez, Terwilliger. No, it's Gainey there. Now back to Ghost. Easy dip for Boddicker, ranging back. Sanchez tries to touch it over. No go. Here's Ghost. That's good, as the Governors just watched that one fall. Bryn Ghost saving the inevitable for now. Set point number 2 coming up. 24-12. Actually, for the second set in a row, the Governors have a 24-12 lead. This will be set point number 2 upcoming. as Emma Ross checks in place of Ghost to serve. Kaiser will play it up. Sanchez will leave it with Terwilliger through the block and down far side. Terwilliger and the Governors in a rhythm again for the second straight set. We're going to 5 for the first time this season for the Governors on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's Pierre 25, Huron 12. 2 games apiece, 2 for Huron, 2 for Pierre. Game 5 coming up after we take a 2-minute timeout. Tied at 2 apiece on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 2 minutes and we're back.
If you ranch or farm, you've all lost them out there one time or another. I'm talking about rake teeth. Your John Deere dealer Grossenberg Implement knows how important they are this time of year as you're raking those corn stalks together to bale or getting ready for next year's hay crop. So this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering 8% discount on all rake teeth. Fix those worn out teeth on your hay rake now and save. Only at Grossenberg Implement. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Jefferson sweeps Brookings, O'Gorman sweeps Brandon Valley tonight in AA volleyball. Huron will have the contact first serve. Very important for both teams to get off to a good start when you're only going to 15. Game number 5. Here we go as the Governors return, but Avery Kaiser is blocked up front. Good start for Huron with a block point. That's Elin Schoenhardt in the middle. Her second ace block of the night. Huron probably still feels quite comfortable, especially if they can get a few with Heaven Ganey, who has served extremely well here tonight. Kaiser will try again. That one's blocked right back. There's Sanchez, then shoved out by Christofferson. Up to Hines. Here come the Tigers. Ghost misses long again. Bryn Ghost has had her struggles in getting the angle of the attack down to land in the Pierce side in fair play. Here gets the point. We're tied 1-1, and Remy Price will serve first for the Governors. Hines gets the second one over. Kaiser to Christofferson. There is Terwilliger. Reese Terwilliger has found a way to score. more consistently tonight than I believe in any other match this season. 2-1 Govs. Number 5 against number 8 in the power rankings so far this season, but a lot closer than that would seem. There's a good swing for Ghost. This one through the block, and Huron will score. Ringos' 9th kill of the evening. Here has Terwilliger, by the way, now with 11. Avery Kaiser still with 9. Lily Sanchez with 9. Huron has been spreading out their offense tonight as well. Sanchez will take a swing here. Olivia Rink with the dig in the back right. Back up to Ghost. This one doesn't make it. Again, she's been a little bit long a few times. This one she probably tried to pull down a little bit, but too much. That one stays into the net. 1 and done for the Tigers. And again, we're going to 15. You still have to win by 2. Pierre leading 3, serving 2. In a 5-setter. Sanchez, Huron playing it up. Ghost will swing. Blaney Rinke with an easy dig. Here comes Kaiser, but there's the block. Back to Kaiser. Sanchez too close to the net. Ghost almost got it down, but ready there was Terwilliger. Now Kaiser tried to palm it away. Ghost again. There's a dig for Price. Up to Sanchez. Kaiser with a 2-hand touch. Ghost lays out to keep it alive. Miscommunication here with Gainey and Kaufman. Gainey's in the back row. Kaufman came off of the net and tried to make a play, but maybe it's a little too loud. Communication just not enough there for the Tigers. Tough break for Huron. The Governors lead 4-2. Sanchez serves again. Gainey to Hines, has to bump it across the way. Big block there as Sherwood and Terwilliger, but Ghost gets another opportunity. Now a loose ball at the net, and it's Kaufman who hammers it home. The Governors had every opportunity to get that point secured, but they couldn't do it. And then that dig on a light hit, rather, by Ghost, but the dig back to the net, and Kaufman was able to make the play for the Tigers. Here comes Price with the hit from the back row, but libero to libero. Ghost somehow got that one across. Kaiser makes a good play. Now push back from Laney Rinke. Gaining up to Hines. This time, good timing there. Kaufman jumping really before the set even comes to her. That is, man, I love watching that. Hampton Hines pushes it to Kaufman already at the height of her leap. We're tied 4-4. Hines, too much. Third service error for Hampton Hines. Huron only had 1 service error in that third and fourth sets combined. But this one gives it back to the Governors in a 5-4. Pierre lead. Here comes Kaiser. This one across to Elwine. Now tapped out by the Tigers. Kaiser, back row attack is good. That's a set assist for the libero, Remy Price. Avery Kaiser with her 10th kill. She'll rotate to serve at 6-4. Avery, ooh, that one too short. And again, service errors right now with the Governors, who have been struggling, but they have been serving well tonight. Huron's been struggling in serve. Now is not the time to commit a service error. You want to be aggressive, but you've got to get these free throws, as we'll call them, across. If you're serving, this is Emma Ross. She'll return the favor, though. Maybe a little reverse psychology on the part of the announcer. I've been doing this a while, folks. 7-5 the score. As Pierce serves now, for Pierre fans, I'll keep my mouth shut. Terwilliger gets it across. Tough play here. Nice rundown by Carson Kaufman to the scorer's table, but a free ball back to the Governors. Here's Sanchez down the line to Boddicker, and the Tigers are in the net. Point to the Governors. They've passed the halfway point now of the race to 15. A timeout to the Tigers. Coca-Cola breaking the action. Score. Pierre 8, Huron 5 in the 5th. We'll take a 30-second Coca-Cola break. We're back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit card. Go Governors!
Out there as we welcome you back to Riggs High Gym. If you're a football, basketball, kind of a fair weather fan that doesn't go to volleyball matches, you're missing out, folks. Here we are in the 5th set. Governors lost the first 2 games, turned things around, won games 3 and 4. Now as we race to 15, out of the timeout, Reese Terwilliger will miss one wide, out of bounds. It's 8-6, but you got to give it up for the Governors, certainly for not mailing this one in, as they've got a chance to secure their 11th victory. Huron is looking for win number 13 on the season. Christopherson, two-hander is over. Pierre wants a lift. They won't get it. Pierre will play up on the free ball. Here's Boddicker with a big swing, but that one blocked well. Now back to Heaven Gainey. Pierre blocks that one. Covering it up is Emma Ross. Now back to the right side, and a miss for Izzy Elwine. Down the line, that one just a little bit long. One and done for the Tigers in serve. It'll be 9, serving 6. Now, Elise Christopherson to do the honors. This one, good line drive across, played up by Bryn Huber. Hampton Hines, Heaven Gainey through the block, and right there is Christopherson. Here's a Boddicker swing. I don't think that one cleared the net. There was a good defensive presence by the Tigers anyway. We'll call that a hitting error. First of this 5th set for the Governors. They lead 9-7. And then Huron will make a switch. But Olivia Rink has got to do it properly, as Elwine is out. Olivia Rink to serve. Sanchez cut in front of Kaiser. Now Kaiser going to take a swat from the back row, but Huron digs it out with Bryn Huber. Here comes Gainey. Too much on that one down the left sideline. Heaven Gainey trying to put the hammer down. An aggressive error that time. Boddicker is out. Laney Rinke back in. Pierre leads by 3. 9-7. Again, we're only going to 15 here in the 5th game. Rinke puts it across. Played up by Rink. Hines. Second one's over. The Governors are figuring that out now. Here's Sanchez. Nice dig. Bryn Huber. Gainey will take a tap this time. It's Christopherson to Sanchez, and then that's covered up by Ross. Now Gainey, full out swing is good. Evan Gainey with a big one, gets that one past Remy Price. Gainey started hot tonight. She's been pretty consistent. Had one game a little off, but I've got her with a dozen kills now. Huron serve, 8 serving 10. Rinke and Price will play it up. Sanchez has to shove it out. Tapper blocked by the Governors, and in the net is the backside, or no, that's a lift called on the Tigers. 11-8 our score. Girls soccer, Harrisburg beat Yankton. Harrisburg will host Pierre in the semifinals of the girls soccer Class AA tournament. After the Governors beaten Mitchell tonight, here is Ghost, and there was a touch here as Rinke went after it. The Governors are celebrating, but this is a Huron point, and it will go to Bryn Ghost. The entire Huron bench saw it. Line judge couldn't tell, but it was Nicole Bowman who said, yep, Rinke went after it. She tried to pull away, but unable to do so. So here we are, 11-9. Christopherson keeps one in play after a risky or an iffy return of the serve. Goes, swings, and this one is down in front of the Governor bench. Both teams giving it all they got now, and we've got an 11-10 score. Tiffany Stoser will take a timeout. She's giving high fives and high tens to everybody, trying to keep them all motivated. We'll take a 30-second break. One timeout per team so far here in the race to 15. We're in the 5th. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
DMC Wear Parts is a proud South Dakota business providing high-quality wear parts for all makes and models of heavy equipment. We quote you direct from multiple manufacturers, cutting out the middleman and getting you better prices than the large dealers. We specialize in cutting edges for motor graders, loaders, snowplows, and more. We offer complete undercarriages for dozers, excavators, pavers, and skid steers, including rubber tracks. Click to visit dmcwearparts.com or call or text 605-840-8082.
Here at Riggs High Gym, 11-10. Governor Volleyball brought to you by your Pierre Sports Marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Live Ticket, Kruger Contracting, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Motors, the Dairy Queen, Dakota Storm Roofing, Brittany Shufflebine Agency, and Beck Motors in Pierre. Brian Oakland here. Good one going, to say the least. Bryn Ghost will swing off of a Pierre block, and suddenly Huron is pulled from 11-8 down to 11-11 tie. Bryn Ghost with 4 kills in this 5th game. Suddenly she has come to life. Cadence Cheddar serving, and Christofferson keeps one alive to Avery Kaiser. Kaiser will put it home. And a kill, and I'll tell you what, I think Pierre got a break there. I'm not so sure that Elise Christofferson's backside didn't graze that net just a little bit. 12-11, Governors have it. Sanchez will serve across. Rink. Hines, Ghost, big swing, blocked by the Governors. There's Michaela Sherwood again. Ghost will try again, down the line, up in the air from Sanchez to Price. Free ball back from Kaiser, close to the net. Hines leaves it with Kaufman. Nothing on it. Now Kaiser on the run is blocked, and it's good. Just fair from Heaven Gainey. Pierre had the opportunity, but the defense by the Tigers, they haven't had the blocks that the Govs have had so far here tonight, but they have had 2 here in the 5th, and Gainey will tie it up at 12-12. Hampton Hines serves. Remy Price ranges over. Still in the back row. Feet on the floor. Cleared out by Terwilliger. Here comes Ghost up in the air. Big shot, but Price stares it down. Kaiser from Sanchez. That's too wide. And suddenly the Tigers will take a lead on the miss by Avery Kaiser. 2 in a row, 13-12. Final timeout here for the Governors. Got to win by 2. We're going to 15. Huron 13, the Governors 12 in game number 5. Back in 30 on a Coca-Cola timeout. It is Governor Volleyball.
And Wilbur.
Lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits.
And Wilbur Ellis. Our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer, and chemical applications.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
And the Tigers, who were punchless in games 3 and 4 after dominating the first 2 sets, now have match points in the 5th. 14 serving 12, Hampton Hines. To Avery Kaiser, set return up in the air. Sanchez to Terwilliger, miss hits, but it's down on the far side, or down across, and good. Governor's fortunate that one falls out of the reach of Bryn Ghost. That's 1 match point staved off. And now Josh Lane will take a timeout. Pierce still needs the next point for sure. And they'll hope for more after that. Let's take one more 30-second break. Coca-Cola break in the action, 13-14. This is Governor Volleyball.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Volleyball, because every point right now, as far as this game goes, is do or die for the Governors. 13 serving 14. Avery Kaiser out of a timeout. We'll need to get one across. It is. Here's Huber to play it up for the Tigers. Hampton Hines behind her. Two-handed push. Could have been a catch and throw for Ghost. Governors will free ball it back. Hines has to run one down. Now Ghost on the left side. Dig by Kaiser. Back across. Ghost again. Kaiser, Boddicker. Sanchez will have to push it out. She'll get it away. Tigers looking to set up. Bryn Ghost again down the line. There's Price. Sanchez behind her. Terwilliger through the block. We got a play on here. Ghost again. Price will get another dig. Here's Boddicker at the net, block. She'll keep it alive. Sanchez over on touch number 2. Huron goes. No, it's a block, and the Governors will stave off match point number 2. To a deuce situation, what a point on both sides of the net. 14-14. The Governors, all defense on that one. Now looking for some offense here, but they'll have to defend once. Free ball on the return of the Kaiser serve. Here's Sanchez to Terwilliger. Yes, it is in the back right, and the Governors have match point. Reese Terwilliger got that one down in the back right corner. Fans on their feet. It's 15-14 Governors. Nobody's got a timeout left. Kaiser will continue to serve. Here's Heaven Gainey. Up to Hines. Goes through the block. Kaiser got underneath it, but can't get it up high enough. And Bryn Ghost will put us back to an even draw right now, 15-15. 3 in a row scored by the Governors to fight off 2 match points. And it'll be Emma Ross off the bench to serve. Goes deep. Price pushes it back. Sanchez. Sherwood is good. Michaela Sherwood in the middle. Not the number 1 offensive option for the Governors normally. At least that's probably what Huron is thinking on that particular point. Sherwood with her 4th kill of the day. Match point number 2 for the Governors at 16-15. Terwilliger serves. This one, a good, aggressive, deep serve. Still in the back row. Gainey free balls it back. Here's Kaiser. Short to the net. Almost. There's Sherwood, but kept alive. Now back up to the net. Heaven Gainey. Boddicker. Battle at the net. 1, 2, not enough. And it's Carson Kaufman who gets a block here. Governors wanted that one maybe with Kaufman over the net. They won't get it. That's a good defensive point there, and Huron fights off a second match point from the Governors. 16-16. Now Bryn Huber to serve. Even here in the 5th. Extra points. 15 not enough. Boddicker back to Huber, who punches it back up in the air. Chance for Gainey. There is Kaiser. Set dig. Boddicker up again. Not much on it, but it'll work. In the back is Emma Ross. Tried to dive for it. Maybe dove a little bit too early. Campbell Boddicker with the play on an otherwise fairly quiet night. Match point number 3 to the Governors. 17-16. Now Christopherson to serve. Serve played up. Gainey will get it right back. Kaiser digs. Christopherson. Sanchez. Bryn Huber. Boy, the crowd was ready to explode on that one. They'll have to wait. Gainey taps across. It'll be Christopherson to Lilly again. Tapper this time. Huron makes a play. Gainey will shoot it out once again. Now Christopherson. Tap. Good! And the Governors win it. Down 2 games. The Governors come back. And Michaela Sherwood from Elise Christopherson, who may have gotten away with a lift or a double hit on that. But, oh, what an effort from both teams in that fifth set. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. In the fifth, Pierre 18, Huron 16. In 5 games, the Governors defeat the Tigers 3 games to 2, 19-25, 21-25, 25-15, 25-12, 18-16. The Governors get the victory. With that, for what it's worth, they stay perfect in ESD competition, now 5-0. They improved to 11-3 overall on the season. Huron will fall to 12-6. Both of these teams mirror images of each other, and we saw that in a lot of aspects here tonight. These two teams will play again in just 2 weeks. Pierre might have gotten a bit of a hometown break a couple of times in this one. Huron probably will in a couple of weeks as well. But, man, this is good volleyball right here. Good old-fashioned ESD, good old-fashioned 3AA volleyball. Turns into an emotional night. It's just one victory for what it's worth. We'll talk all about it. Your final score again on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors defeating Huron in 5 sets. We'll take a 3-minute break. Our postgame will commence. Postgame brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. We'll be talking with a victorious head coach, maybe even with a player. We've got big plays of the game, your player of the game, and a full recap of 5 sets coming back in our Family Dental postgame. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Your official voice of the Governors is River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
Happy fall from your Chevy team dealer, Beck Motor Company in Pierre. October in central South Dakota means, yep, you got it, hunting season. We have a great selection of pre-owned trucks and SUVs to get you out into the field. And for October only, take home a $50 Runnings gift card to help you out with your hunting supplies. See all our inventory at beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to Riggs. Hi, Jim, and a lot of people going home happy tonight. A lot of people breathing sighs of relief here on kind of thinking about perhaps what might have been, as we welcome you to our Family Dental post game, sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. And, once upon a time, you go back to 2007 and, the greatest season that the Governors ever had. An undefeated season going all the way to the state championship game, and they faced Rapid City Stevens in that title match. Stevens, who, by the way, just beat Pierre in boys soccer tonight 3-1, but Stevens surrendered 2 games to the Pierre Governors, the undefeated Pierre Governors on that night in 2007, and they came back and won games 3 and 4 quite easily, actually. And then the 5th game was very tight, but Stevens ended up winning it. They won that state championship. Very famous win 2 but lose 3 in Pierre Governor history, and that kind of was matched again last year against Brandon Valley. Governors got a little revenge on that. But point I'm trying to make is when Stevens beat Pierre with games 3, 4, and 5 and to win that 2007 state championship, the head coach of that team was Joshua Lean, who happens to be the head coach of the Huron Tigers tonight. So in that sense, maybe it took 15 years, but the Governors kind of finally exact some revenge on Coach Lean. What a great match tonight for the Governors, and in a supreme example of don't ever quit. This is high school sports. This is the beauty of sports. Do not ever give up. And the Governors did not play, in my mind, very well the first 2 games. Huron was the team that was forcing the Governors into mistakes through much of the first 2 games, but the Governors really they flipped a switch of some kind in that 3rd set, and after losing 19-25, 21-25, they come back and dominate the 3rd game 25-15, and were even more impressive through the 4th set, keeping the momentum going 25-12. And it looked like even though Pierre got off to the bit of a better start, they really never had a lead more than 3 points in that 5th game. But Huron came back, and Huron, in fact, took a 14-12 advantage. And then the Governors fought off 2 match points on the race to 15. They got to a 15-14 lead. Huron fought off match point, and then Pierre had a 16-15 advantage. Huron fought that one off as well at 16-16, but the Governors get the last 2 points. And again, there were times where Huron is asking for there's times where Huron is asking for calls that they didn't get. It's about time I start wearing some overalls, don't you think? Good win there. Hey, Hall of Famer, congratulations. All right. Meanwhile, again, the 18-16 lead, that's Tyler Stoser, head coach, his husband, by the way, and he was, as we talked on Saturday, inducted into Wapaton Community College of Science, North Dakota Junior College of Science or something. I never knew he was into science. But anyway, he's a pretty good football player. Let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we? Good night for the Governors, 18-16. Yes, I think Pierre could have gotten, maybe got the benefit of a couple of hometown calls, and that is going to go, that's kind of always going to be the case. And we'll see how that goes in a couple of weeks from now when the Governors go to Huron. But boy, what a game. And these are the kinds of games that, as volleyball players and coaches, and especially fans, those of us who want to support this sport, you got to put volleyball on the level of basketball and of football as well. And yes, there's soccer playoffs going on. Pierre has had success, and they're going to win a state tennis tournament tonight. They finished 2nd in the state golf tournament. Things are going well in Governor Land, but you've got to add volleyball to that mix, and don't ever forget about that, as Coach Tiffany Stoser is going to come over and join us here. We'll get her geared up. A really spirited, emotional, kind of a nice win. A wonderful win for the Pierre Governors here tonight. They defeat Huron. They surrender the first 2 sets. They come back and win games 3, 4, and 5. Coach Tiffany Stoser, do you have a voice? Are you good to talk?
Yeah, I'm good.
This is what volleyball is all about, Coach. And we talked in pregame that you probably were going to have to play 5 sets. You don't really want to give up the first 2 games, but the way the team turned things around, I don't know what the difference was, and maybe you can tell us what the difference was in games 3 and 4 to get that momentum back on your side. And then obviously you're in a dogfight for that 5th set. What was the difference in this one that was that allowed you to come back and take this match away from Huron?
We trusted our seniors, and they took care of things. Needed me to stay back a little bit out of the huddle and trusted them. If they want to be SC champs, these are teams they're going to have to beat, and they want it. And I wanted to say, Grace Soma, Hannah Lemieux, and Maddie Swenson that were on the bench most of the night. They spoke in the timeouts, the way that they identified open areas, the way that they talked about how we're not closing things, the way that they just had us going the entire night. They talked a ton in the huddle. This was the most group effort, the most togetherness that I've seen our group play. The rest of the year, we just trust those seniors.
And you want to just keep that going. I mean, it's great because volleyball is such a game of momentum. And a lot of times, Huron had that in the first 2 games. I don't think you were playing particularly well, but once you get the momentum through the third set, the trick is keep it going in the fourth. Sometimes you take long breaks, and those are momentum busters. But this was one of those nights where the energy of a pretty good crowd and like you say, the rest of your bench and things like that is probably what carried you to a victory here.
Absolutely. That is one thing we talked about between sets 2 and 3 is that, excitement, excitement creates intensity, and I think it does for us. When we start celebrating points, our underclassmen are standing up doing cheers for us. It was a group effort from 9 to 12. Everybody was involved. Everybody wanted this win. It just shows what the power of an attitude and the type of personality you bring to the game does for your play. And I thought we communicated better. Just turn things around. Our hitters were terminating balls. That's something we've been working on. We got to put balls away, right? You can't just keep tipping things over, roll shotting. I thought we made them tip a lot, send us a lot of free balls, and we executed on those. I
felt like when things turned around, and I even made a mention of it. It might have been the third, might have been the fourth game. I think it was in the third. As single sets go, I thought that third set might have been the hardest hitting game I've seen you play all season long. And, you can't hit hard unless you're in a really good rhythm. And getting in system, you were able to do that. And boy, that's some pretty good ball right there.
It was a good ball, and it's nice to see our girls improving both physically and mentally. They work hard in practice. We haven't taken a day off yet. I don't think they want to. We're going to condition a little bit. We got some breaks with some long stretches of practices without games. So we're going to get in state tournament shape. We going to play teams like this 3 nights in a row. We got to prepare for that. And so some things to work on. Our backcourt defense, I think, needs a little bit of work, but I was happy with our blocks tonight. I was happy with the way we executed. Serving was a lot better.
Yep.
All around that effort, I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Okay. I got you with 10 service errors. You had 13 the other night, but hey, that's an average of 2 a game. Yeah. You're playing 5 sets now instead of 3. So the numbers are going to be a little bit bigger. You talk about how your block turned things around. And come on up here, bud. You talk about how your block turned things around. And to me, that meant Michaela Sherwood. She gets in there. She started the season in the front line, and, things changed a little bit. What put her back in there? What was the reason that she got back in there? Because what a presence she was tonight.
Every practice, she's the sweatiest one to leave, and she's the last one to leave. And the coaches and I have been saying, hey, when we're seeing someone struggle a little bit, maybe not having their best night, we're not afraid to get her in the game. She's ready to go. She had a great JV game tonight. She gets up high enough where any set she can make an adjustment and put it in a downward angle, complicates it for people. And her block was strong tonight. It's been getting better and better every week.
Yeah. So this was one of those nights too, where finally you get some more of that offensive balance. You've got, I've got you with 7 players in the kill column, and I think Huron had that too. And this is an interesting point. Both you and Coach Lean, the conversations that I had with both of you before the game, we're talking about how similar these two teams are. Similar in what you see across the net, similar in the seniors that you have back this season, similar in the schedules that you've played and the results of those matches that you've played. I mean, you're going to see this team in 2 weeks again, and why would we not have another match just like this?
Why not? And we need to be ready to get our number now. This is we've lost in games like this, and it's the worst way. So they're going to have us circled when we go back there in 2 weeks. But I think that that our girls have some confidence going into that game.
Well, you can only hope that this is the springboard that really sets you on the path toward the second half of the schedule now, and you've got maybe even better team next match out 1 week from tonight. You go to Harrisburg, and I'm sure that's a match you'd like to have back. The seventh place match last year, a match that you just didn't play all that well in. Harrisburg looks like one of the top teams in the state, and now again a state tournament team that you really want to put yourselves up against.
Yeah, they are, and they we had a good 5-setter with them last year, but then in the state tournament they flat out embarrassed us, and so the girls remember that. They remembered Brandon Valley. They remember those things. That's the good thing about having so many returners, and they're still burning a little bit from that. So I'm excited to see how they react.
And one last thing to talk about is if people don't know volleyball or don't respect volleyball and get out and enjoy volleyball, they need to take note. Yeah. Rewatch this one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Rewatch this one. It's been a good day for Pierre. The tennis girls are incredible. Golfers are incredible. This is a good night. Our football team's doing well. It's a fun fall here, and the atmosphere in the school is good.
Yep, girls soccer won tonight. Boys soccer has lost, but
yeah, get to hear about the soccer. But
all in all, it was pretty good stuff.
That's
so
awesome.
A great win tonight, Coach. Proud of everybody, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. A well-deserved week off from game competition.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
All right, Coach Tiffany Stoser here as the Governors win it 3-2. Let's take a 3-minute break. We'll come back and give you more of our Family Dental postgame as the Governors defeat the Tigers tonight on River 92.7.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Be safe. Drive smart.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality health care of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress. Paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE extension 2. That's 833-605-5483 extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota wants your trade. We also want any vehicle that you might be willing to part with. So much so that we'll give you an additional $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you let us buy your vehicle. Yes, $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you sell your vehicle to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit
Welcome back at the Family Dental postgame as we continue in this one. And again, the recap basically had Huron just making more plays, and the Governors kind of on their heels, making more errors and mistakes in the first two sets. Huron won them 19-25, 21-25. Really kind of felt like even though Pierre was got better in that second set, still seemed like they got out. They never led that second game more than at 4-3, even though they scored 4 in a row at that point. But the Tigers still were able to hold them off. Pierre did get a little close at 23-21. The Tigers won it, by 4 in the end. But then the way the Governors turned things around, they got out to a 6-3 lead. Huron came back at 7-6 with 4 unanswered, but then Pierre ran off 8 in a row. And then again, something clicked in the Governors, and their offense was in much better system, much better rhythm. And they won that third game going away 25-15. And then that momentum did not go away. In the fourth game, it just got better and better. Pierre got out to a 10-point lead at 15-5. And the Tigers got back within 7 at 15-8. But the Governors did not let up. They kept the foot on the gas, and they turned out to a 25-12 victory in that fourth set. And then the fifth game, you got to get off to a good start. Pierre did have the lead at 9-6, as much as 3. They still led 11-8, but then the Tigers scored 3. Governors got a side out. Tigers scored 3 more, though, and suddenly you've got a 14-12 game, and Pierre's staring 2 match points in the face. They fight them off. They score 3 in a row to get a 15-14 advantage. And then we go back and forth to 16-15, 16-16. Governors again with the last couple of points in this one to win it in extra points in that fifth set, 18-16. So somewhere along the way, there are big plays to talk about, and the big plays in our post game are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. So let's hear from Hermanson Endodontics, and we're back with our big plays of tonight's contest.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Ryan Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics had to go, and obviously in that third set when the Governors kind of turned things around. And a lot of times when Pierre is able to make a momentum switch with the group that they've had last year and this year, what you start seeing is a lot better defense at the net. And Pierre did not have an ace block in that in either of the first 2 sets, which without coincidence, I don't think not coincidentally, they lost both of those sets. But they had 4 ace blocks in the third game. Everything kind of started turning around with that. 2 from Michaela Sherwood. They had 1 from McKenna Schleckaway, 1 from Avery Kaiser, and the block comes to life. Everything else starts falling into place. And, even though the defense got better in the third, what it turned into was better offense for the Governors. And that third game was obviously where everything turned around. So you got to give credit to the big blocks up front of the Governors. That's a synopsis of our big plays of the game that are sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. As we take a look at the full stats in this one very quickly in the kill column, Pierre with 48 kills to Huron's 47. That's pretty close right there in a 5-set match. Reese Terwilliger leads the Governors with 13 unofficially. Avery Kaiser with 11 and Lily Sanchez with 9. Then Campbell Boddicker with 6. Michaela Sherwood with 5 off the bench for Pierre. Big match for her tonight. McKenna Schleckaway with 3 and a single kill for Elise Christofferson from the setter position. 48 for the Governors. For Huron, it was Bryn Gose, who has 13 kills unofficially. 5 of those come in that fifth set. She stepped her game up as the game went further along. Heaven Gainey with a good night with 12 kills, swinging well all night long. Carson Kaufman with 10. Then Hampton Hines with 6 from the setter position. Isabel Elwine and Elin Schonhard with 3 each for the Tigers. 48-47 in the kill column. It doesn't get any better than that. Was keeping track of assists as best we could. For the Governors, I've got Elise Christofferson with 19 set assists tonight. Lily Sanchez with 16. Remy Price had 1 for the Governors. Of course, Hampton Hines
all night long, dishing things out as better than most people in the state do for the Huron Tigers. But it was that block that came to life. Huron did have 5 blocks, and they had 3 of those in the 5th game, so that's what almost brought them back to life in that 5th set to take that one. A couple of blocks each for Schoenhardt, for Kaufman, 1 for Heaven Gainey. The Governors get 4 blocks solo from Michaela Sherwood, the 6'2 junior tonight, and then single blocks from Sanchez, from Schleckaway, and from Kaiser. 7 ace blocks for the Governors overall. Serving, as Coach said, was a little bit better tonight, 5-3 in the ace column. Kaiser with a couple of aces. Sanchez, Christofferson, Terwilliger with 1 each. 3 aces for the Tigers from Bryn Huber, Heaven Gainey, and from Hampton Hines. But here's the interesting thing about serving. There were no aces for Huron after the second game. 3rd, 4th, 5th sets, no aces. For the Governors, they had 1 in each of the first and the second. They had 3 aces in the 4th game, which they won 25-12. No aces in the 5th game. So both teams, I think, returned serves quite well tonight. Huron with 33 errors. 11 of those came in game number 4, which was not a good game for them. 26 errors total for the Governors tonight on the floor. So Pierre does have the advantage in a number of categories, and most importantly, they get a gut-wrenching and really well-played 5-set win, 18-16 in the 5th. Final order of business is to give you your player of the game, and it's really a no-brainer for me tonight as well. We got to share the wealth, but we had one player kind of rise up and stand out above the rest, and we'll highlight her after we hear from our player of the game sponsor, Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we're back to make that official here. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7.
Hey DQ fans, we're so excited about October's Blizzard of the Month that we just had to tell you. Meet the new Snickers Brownie Blizzard Treats. Made with Snickers pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and caramel topping, blended into world-famous DQ soft serve. This might just be your new go-to order, and you don't even have to trick or treat to get it. Try it today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Cowboy Country Stores and Sinclair are fueling the Folds of Honor program at all their locations. Now through October 16th, 1 cent of every gallon sold will be donated to the Folds of Honor program. This provides educational scholarships to children and spouses of our fallen or disabled veterans. Together, we can help fill up the lives of the families that have sacrificed so much to protect our freedom. Fuel up today at Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre, Fort Pierre, Miller, DeSmet, Clear Lake, and Watertown.
Cowboy Country Stores, players of the game. Big pat on the back to people like Heaven Gainey, Bryn Gose, and especially Hampton Hines for what they do on that Huron side. Carson Kaufman plays, she taps a lot, but I tell you what, she and Hampton Hines get on the same page, and they've got some pretty good rhythm up there in the front row for the Tigers, and back row played pretty well for Huron Tigers tonight as well, and that means specifically Bryn Huber, who played great in this gym a year ago as well. But for the Governors, with the balance of the scoring and double-figure scores or near double figures, if you got Terwilliger, Kaiser, Sanchez, give a lot of credit to Elise Christofferson and her passing tonight. The back row played better as the match went along. Remy Price was huge, by the way, in that 5th set. She stared down a lot of bullets and I think is getting better at that libero spot. But with the blocks that came up tonight, you've got to look at Michaela Sherwood, not just 5 kills, but 4 ace blocks tonight, and 2 of them in that 3rd set that really started to turn the tide as far as momentum goes in this match. Michaela Sherwood, the 6'2" junior, is our player of the game. We'll get her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments and helping her team to a 5-set win. The player of the game sponsored by the folks at Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Quick check at scores as Sioux Falls, Washington has beaten Lincoln tonight 3-1 in Sioux Falls. O'Gorman sweeps Brandon Valley. The Lynx only score 8 points in that 3rd set. Sioux Falls Jefferson sweeps Brookings tonight. Both of those teams are still on the Governor's schedule. later on. Sioux Falls Roosevelt, I know, had the first 2 on Watertown. I don't see a report further on that. Harrisburg was playing Western Christian of Iowa as well. Meanwhile, upcoming schedule, the Governors with their only match of the week, as they'll get the Tigers again in 2 weeks at Huron, but they'll get the Tigers from Harrisburg next week. Appear at Harrisburg next Tuesday night. Our next volleyball broadcast from Harrisburg, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock. First serve on that one. But with Huron here in Pierre tonight, it'll be Pierre at Huron on Friday night. But we'll be on the football field. Tiger Stadium, Governors with their great win at Brandon Valley on Friday night, now 6-0, will take on the Huron Tigers, and we'll have you join us at 6:25 of the pregame on that one. Safe travels to the Huron fans back home, and a quick reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds us all to make sure to keep our eyes on the road, not on the phone. The reminder from the Office of Highway Safety. To wrap up a busy, good day in Governor sports, Governor soccer girls defeat Mitchell in overtime 3-2. The boys do lose to end their season at Rapid City Stevens 3-1, but a good season there for the boys as well. Governor boys golf finishes in second in the 2-day state tournament at Mitchell. The Governors were 19 over total, 8 shots off the lead from Harrisburg, and top finisher was Nick Bothan in a tie for 4th place. Lincoln Huska, who had a great round today. Sawyer Sonnenschein will tie for 11th. Both Jack Bartlett at 152, tied for 13th. Luke Olson tied at 153 for 16th. Singles champions in the state tennis tournament. Kara Weiss at number 2 singles. Jocelyn Corrales, number 4. Doubles is still going on. I believe they had a rain delay significant in Rapid City today, so that is actually still happening, and doubles champs are still going on. I'll give you a quick update here, as in number 2 doubles, Shorter and Walti finish in 3rd place. That's the number 3 flight doubles, and the other 2 peer doubles teams of Jocelyn Corrales and Caitlin Ott, that's actually the 3rd doubles team, and also Sydney Tedrow and Kara Weiss, they are both competing in their state championship doubles matches. So the Governors, I believe, are going to defeat St. Thomas More, their nearest competitor, and win a state team tennis title. So congratulations to them, and we'll have more on that. David Burrow will have all of the updates, of course, on Sportscast and on drgnews.com. Speaking of which, you can watch this one as you like on drgnews.com with our help from Live Ticket. Our thanks to Jordan Lutmer for staying late here and running video all night long. Yes, rewatch it as much as you can, drgnews.com. The Governors are winners tonight. Thanks to Heather Williams for running the show in studio. As always, I'm Brian Oakland, and your final score on that Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Governors win it in 5, defeating the Huron Tigers. 19-25, 21-25, 25-15, 25-12, 18-16. That does it for volleyball tonight. It's football Friday night, our next Governor broadcast, 6:25. Hope you can join us for that on your official home of Pierre Governor Sports, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good night, everybody.
Pierre Governor Volleyball on River 92.7 has been brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City, Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, and the Brittany Shufflebind Agency. Governor Volleyball is brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Yesway, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, and Access Health Fort Pierre. And Governor Volleyball is brought to you in part by Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, TMA, Lariat Lanes, Wagner Auto, Gators Pizza, Pasta and Subs, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Edgewood Healthcare. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Volleyball. Potsdam Agency, State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden and Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service. The proceeding has been a presentation of DRG Media Group Sports on the official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7.